You know what it is. 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 Mans and Mossin, episode 29. Starring guest Pojot.
Possibly.
Nope, he's on that
coming?
bitch.
Okay, let me turn this guy's mic up so he's good.
Pojot.
Back-to-back episodes.
Back to back to back to back. That's crazy. That's wild. I'm not forcing you to talk, but
hello again.
He's in the room with us. So.
Hello again. Yo, how you guys been doing, man? What was you guys' days like? I was dog sitting. Just started off.
Yeah, we seen that. This guy finally knows the life of being a dog owner for a little bit.
Not really, but kind of. But it was easy because this dog is kind of like
trained.
I don't even think he's trained. He's just really like chill. He's not like all over the place. He's really like chill when he has to shit. That's funny.
He's not trying to move around too much.
Because he's not exactly. He's trying to chill and go outside or whatever, and then once that shit's out of his body, then he's like trying to play and show you his toys and play tug of war all the time. But aside from that, he barely barks and he listens and he does his thing. So I enjoy watching him.
I can't lie though. The one thing I will say that would get mad annoying, which I find is annoying with my dog Mello, is the fact they keep bringing their toy to you. Sometimes it gets mad annoying. Because it's like
dog. I think it varies on which dog it is.
I think I can see it be annoying, but like I feel bad when I don't like play with him.
I hear you.
Because he'll bring the toy and it's like, oh man. Like,
and then he just puts it right back down.
He's so small. No, he doesn't. No, he keeps it in his mouth and then he keeps like biting it and it keeps squeaking. So it's like you kind of have to just pay attention to the squeaking. And he's like, yeah.
Complete opposite.
Yeah, your dog fucking says,
my
yo.
My dog will take the toy and like play with it in the backyard and then bury it.
Yeah,
yeah?
Yeah. Damn.
He just likes pets, simple pets.
All the grubber smoke your dog's inhaling, bro.
Yeah, like might be all that grabber, bro. Because I'll say for mine, he'll bring it, he'll look at you, you'll be like, nah, I'm not trying to play, and then he'll just drop it. And then he'll grab a next toy to be like, oh, so is it because of the toy? And it's like, nah. Like, I'll even tell him, I'm like, yo, I just want to play with you. I don't want your toy. And then he'll look at me, and then he'll get a next toy and be like, you want to play with this toy?
That's funny.
And it's like, nah.
Like you have a young dog still.
3 years old. But nah, he has too much options. He got too much options.
He's 21. He's trying to play, like.
He's trying to play. But, yo, he goes outside. That's why. He goes to the park and everything. So he knows Wagwan.
Maybe that's why.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes I get scared for this dog because I'm like, the last time I let him see another dog, like, I can't lie, I shouldn't have done it because he just got neutered.
Oh.
Yeah, and he had the
hump it.
No. Oh. He had the cone on his head, and one of the things was after the surgery was he wasn't supposed to like be moving excessively, and I'm like, he doesn't do that type of shit. So I'm like, all right. And this dog smelled his ass, and then he just went out of control. This one's barking like crazy, and I don't blame Louis. That's the name of the dog I was watching. I don't blame him. I blame the other dog. He smelled some ass, and then he just went crazy after that. Like,
but isn't that a way to say hi?
No. So this is the thing. When dogs smell each other's ass, it's like they're gaining bare information apparently. So in my head I was like, oh, he probably just read that he just got his ball snipped and he's probably psyched out like, oh fuck bro, I can't believe they took your balls, yo. I can't. And dogs being dogs, just being overly dramatic. So that's what I thought.
That was his reaction, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's just like, exactly, like,
so you're white pre, yo.
Yeah, bro, you weren't supposed to shout about it, blah, blah. And, that's what I think happened. So
it's probably a shorty dog nearby. He was like, yo, don't say that near her.
Yeah, who knows? Like, she's probably an indoor dog.
It's actually an indoor dog.
Huh?
So it probably is an indoor dog.
Yeah, it's probably when I'm an indoor dog. And she's like, ew. And I left the fucking mirror. I left the window.
Nah, the funny thing, though, is like when they get neutered, I remember for Mello, he got pissed off at me because like I dropped him off and then I had to pick him up. And like literally the photos I have was literally him just sitting in the front seat, just like not even like wanting to look at me. He was just staring forward. He's just like, yo.
I can't believe you did this shit. I wish I was like really there to like see how Louis' neuter went. My brother watched him. I wasn't there.
Oh, he actually watched them do it?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No,
I was gonna say that's wild.
He sat the dog. He dog sat.
Okay.
The time, and I didn't. I couldn't stay because I had to do something. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I always wonder what his reaction was because I can't lie. Like the past 2 days I was watching him, this was kind of like the first I've seen like a dog basically be emotional because today was raining earlier in the morning a lot.
Yeah.
And he likes to go outside early in the morning to probably take a shit, piss. But he just loves going outside. But I guess because my aunt kind of just says like, "Nah, you're not going outside when it's raining."
Mm-hmm.
It's like now he knows whenever it rains, he's kind of just like, "Fuck."
Oh, so it's not even like he's afraid of the rain or anything. It's just that he doesn't go out there.
He just can't go outside when it rains because like he can't do shit. He knows he's not gonna be able to like run in the grass or jump in a puddle.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny because you can see him getting mad, like depressed the whole day. Like, yo, I never seen him sleep this much. He was on the same spot the whole time. Usually he'll go to like one end of the couch or the other end and just try to like readjust himself a lot. But nah, just for like probably like 4 or 5 hours, this dude just opens his eyes, looks up, lays back down, and just kind of like says, "Nah."
He's like, all right, nothing's popping.
Nothing's popping.
Still raining.
It's still raining. Yeah. I felt bad. So when I seen the shit dry up, I'm like, yo, I was looking for a small drive to get some pastries. And then, walked him outside.
Get some pastries for the dog or yourself?
No. Not for for my aunt. She needed some shit. So I'm like, yo, let
Mm-hmm.
me just bring the dog with me. And I saw it was dry. So I'm like, let me just walk him after.
Does that dog shed a lot?
I heard that short fur dogs, they shed a lot easily.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is from Mello. For
Like,
people
I
that don't
can't
know,
lie, like-
he's a beagle.
I'm happy that like my aunt's house doesn't like smell or anything whenever,
Mm-hmm.
because some people's house smell like dog.
I
Like-
feel like when it comes to colored people though, they always like try their best to always make sure the house doesn't smell
I've
like
been in
dog.
some colored people's house where the
It
dog
just smells like dog?
smells like dog, and I'm like, bro, what is that smell? Like, are you guys
Mhm.
wetting up the dog all the time or something? Like, but I mean, yeah, when you look around in like corners sometimes, because I guess you just didn't like vacuum or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, yo, that's a lot of fur. Like a lot of short fur.
So like it doesn't come off on you when you actually like hug him.
Oh
or
hell
anything?
yeah! Like this shit, it comes right off. Like you would think that a more furry dog
Would drop more
would
hair.
drop more hair,
Mm.
but like this thing drops so much small hairs, so much fine hairs. You're
That's
like
annoying.
you gotta lint it up still. Yeah. So
Yeah, we got bare lint rollers.
not
in
to
the
say
house.
it made me redecide on my dog choice, but definitely opened up my eyes to the whole like, yo, if you give it a little scratching or rubbing, you're just gonna get hair like all over.
Yo, I'm telling you, when you stay with a dog, I guess longer than like a couple hours, and you stay with it for like at least a couple days or at least a couple weeks, it makes you start to realize like those kind of things with dogs. Like
Yeah, bro. I
like
had to-
they're emotional. They're like some of the stuff they gotta go through where it's like you gotta give them attention because like if you don't, they're gonna get depressed.
Yo, facts. I can't even lie. I had to leave him, and good thing he's like he's not really like one of them weird dogs that kind of go crazy when you leave them. He kind of just says, "Oh, all right," and just
Chill.
plays with his toy or just chills out as long as there's TV playing. So I kind of just did that, and I kind of felt bad still. I was like, "Damn, like can't believe I'm just leaving you here."
Telling you, bro.
But yeah, it's funny when you start considering these things. Like, yo, I wonder how the dog's gonna feel and everything.
My dog always peeks through my little window whenever I'm leaving and just looks at me. I'm just like,
You feel bad, don't you?
I do.
Trust me, I can't lie. Like, before I left, I looked up in the window. I see him looking out the window. I'm like, oh.
Yo, I'm telling you. Remember the times you've come to my house and you seen like Mello just staring at the window? Like-
Yo, who's there? Type shit.
And now he comes downstairs and he looks out the front window on the main floor. So like he'll just be staring at people just walking by. You'll see certain dogs come by, he'll start barking at them and all that.
Nah, that's funny. This dog is tiny, so like, well, not tiny.
Yeah.
He's pretty short, so
Can't really jump on couches and stuff.
no, he could when he's on the couch and shit. Like he's like lower than this little desk right here.
Okay.
But yeah, he could hop on the couch and hop up here and then look right out the window and just be like, "Oh, you're leaving." I was like, "Shit," but nah, he good.
Yeah, they're mad resourceful.
Yeah.
But dogs are dope, bro.
He's like a cat.
Nah, I hate
In which
cats,
way?
so I don't know.
Just how he won't like just fuck up your shit or nothing. You know, some dogs are probably just like
They
No,
do
you
that
leave them
during the
alone.
teething phase of that's it.
Yeah, the teething phase is actually the worst.
Yeah.
Because like they want to chew
Word.
everything. Like
They'll
now,
bite
I can leave my shoes at the front door,
Yeah.
and he's not gonna touch it. He'll sniff it just to be like, "Yo, whose feet are these?"
but he'll be around the house and not fuck up like
No.
by try to chew anything.
No.
I know
he has
at
his
certain-
moments.
I know for like your dog, like okay, your dog's pretty mature.
Yeah, but I mean, there'll be a 1-2 time if there's like.
I remember you used to tell
garbage.
us we used to have to hide our shoes.
Mhm.
Yeah. When he like way back when he was younger, he
Yeah.
used to be a shoe biter. I don't know why. He bit one of my shoes. He bit one of Darren's shoes.
Or you got talking to the mic pole.
Oh, he bit one of Darren's shoes. shoes. Yo, my bad.
Just raise it up if anything, but you
I
keep
don't
going.
know if I can raise it.
Yo, man, you press down on the glass and
Oh.
shatter it, yeah? So I was like,
Put bare pressure on it.
You can't raise that mic?
What do you mean?
Like you can't raise it a little bit higher? Yeah.
Let's see, maybe I can.
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure you can,
raise the
No mic should be that small.
like even
It's
for
meant
like
to be like a desktop mount. But
Yeah, but you can't like extend it a little higher. Like what if some people have a taller spine?
a leg.
There we go. No? That's not it?
no, it is. You're right.
He's starting to loosen
Yeah.
right now. Ah, okay.
Imagine
there we
they
go.
imagine they sold a mic that only was at that height.
That'd be wild.
That'd be cheese. I'd be like, yo, not even an option to extend it or nothing.
Alive?
Now you got it. Now you could talk without hunching over.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
look like you're about to make a confession.
This guy's talking on the podium.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you for coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Your Honor. It was him.
Am I good?
You're blessed now.
Bless. All right.
Yeah, but how was everybody else's day? I forgot that's what we were talking about. What are you doing? You guys doing
Sessions.
sessions all day?
Recording sessions at Lotus
I hear you, bro. I seen the schedule. Niggas is fucking
Mans are booking all the time,
looking
bro.
up, bro.
Gotta drop a round of applause for that, bro. Because we're busy.
Pandemic.
Alive? Opened up during a pandemic and now we're blessed.
Yes, sir.
Not pandemic P right here. Oh, these guys are getting slapped though.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, they are gonna say.
Yeah, it's about to be 3-1. Yo, Clippers are going home still.
Yo, what do you guys think about the Bucks and Atlanta tying it up?
To be honest,
Surprised,
I think they're gonna win in 5.
Yeah, it looks bad for Atlanta now.
You think
just
Bucks
because
are gonna
how
win in
bad they got
5?
snapped.
Yo, that's
Bucks in 5.
That's insane because I don't know. They look like they're not supposed to be winning. If that makes sense.
The Bucks?
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
I'm not a ball nigga, but like just optic wise, yo, you seen like Giannis fucking taking shot clock violation type shit. I mean free throw
Yeah,
violations and
bro. They shouldn't win, but they're gonna win.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
It's not like the Raptors when they won, where it's like, yo, this is actually a really good team, and like they have a really good coach. Like with this Milwaukee team, they're a good team, but their coach is just not that good. Like he's good enough to like to make them reach a certain point, but then they need someone else to push them over the top to like win that chip.
whatever it is, they just don't look like they're supposed to be getting this far.
They
And,
shouldn't. They should have lost to Brooklyn.
like yo, the way how Trae Young be playing, it's like to me in my head, I think I would have thought they would have been like 2-0 by now.
Yeah. They
But
should have won game 1.
They should, yeah.
Atlanta's just a young team, bro. That's the thing.
Nah, but I'm just saying, like, yo, look at the way Trae Young has been firing up
Yeah,
everybody
but-
like these past few games, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Shimmying on the court and shit, like
Yeah,
Come on, that-
Shimmy's nice.
that type
though.
of confidence leads me to believe that you're about to make these guys go 2-0, like off rip.
Yeah, but if that can also be like bad for you as well. If you're that cocky, you gotta humble
Hey,
yourself.
never said
at one
nay,
point,
but
right?
just the optic wise, just looking at how Milwaukee was playing and how Atlanta was playing,
Mhm.
you would think, but yo, it looks like they're low key a little struggling. Sometimes in my head, I'd be like, yo, like, are some teams like just letting other teams win on purpose to feel them out? Like, is this what draws the playoffs out so
It
much?
could be
that-
so many things.
Like
bro.
that.
Like,
This is where the conspiracy side of me kind of kicks in. I'm like, yo, like, how are you doing this good, and then you see the other team kind of being all like, kind of struggling almost, and yo, when you put them you put them two together. Sorry, now it's like it's a game. Like it's a battle. Like all of a sudden, like what? To me, at least, this is just me, non-basketball fan watching.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
I hear that still. Like, what it really comes down to at the end is the adjustments by the coaches. You know, and that's what it really comes down to mostly. That's kind of why sometimes some games you'll be like, yo, this team got like blown up by 40, but then they'll come back and still win the series because it's like, yo, it all comes down to like how the coach makes the adjustments. It's almost like a chessboard. So, and then it also comes down to in-game adjustments and stuff like that.
It's kind of funny they say it's like a chessboard kind of thing because the way how basketball been moving, you know, to me, you kind of forget that
There's a strategy
there's
behind
a yeah, like there's some form of strategy because niggas be moving all the time. Like, how do you make that type of strategy? In my head, I feel like strategy shit works perfectly in sports where you have
like football or something like that.
Football or maybe even soccer or even baseball. Something where you could just, you know, be like, yo, don't steal this base. Type shit. You could just strategize.
Yeah, as you said, like the
know?
little intermissions, basically, like between innings and stuff like that.
Especially because, yo, some players be like, nah, I'm not. Like, basketball looks like a nigga just be like, yo, this nigga gonna take over the whole game, so you might as well just pass it to him type shit.
Yeah, but then it all comes down to after that, it's like, yo, the person being human, like, they can't carry a team throughout the whole game, you know?
Bro,
you gotta pace yourself and stuff like that.
Shut up, bro. This guy's annoying. I hate when he talks sometimes, but I love him.
But,
yeah, bro.
it's almost like, what's it called? Like with Phoenix. So Booker will be cooking for the first 3 quarters, and Chris Paul closes the games out. So it's like, you just try your best to make sure for certain players that, like, yo, we're in a striking distance up to the 4th, and then this person will take us home. And then it all comes down from there, like your strategy for defense and how you're gonna play a player, how you're gonna slow them down.
Yeah, like that I could see. It's just like when I see like man trying to break down like how they want to like score up their thing. It's like how do you really control that? What if someone really got pressure to be on the outside the 3-point line and actually say, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna do that.
Yo, it comes down to how good you are.
Because in my head, I only
that comes down how good you are.
That's what I mean. It comes down to that, but it's just there's so many variables that just fuck up your strategy. Like, yo, now you have to be like, oh shit, what if this team actually just fucks up my offense? Like,
well, that's what comes down to, like the in-game adjustments as the coaches and stuff like that. You know, like
to me,
and that's why like coaches like Dwayne Casey. No offense to him, but like, yo, he was like the worst in-game adjustments. Like, if someone's cooking, he's not really gonna make that adjustment that game, but he'll make the adjustment the next game.
Yeah.
But you need a coach that can be like, yo, this is not working. We're getting lit up. All right, we're gonna do this and this, and this is gonna work.
Like, talking about it, I can't lie. Like, I kind of am starting to realize that like coaching basketball just like it's a
stress,
it's a stress. Like, if you know what you're doing, that's crazy.
Even if you know what you're doing, it's still stress.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so you're getting paid.
That's what. Okay.
Nah, but you're not getting paid like the players.
No,
now.
exactly.
You're not getting paid. Like,
nah, I feel like you're only getting paid when you're a wicked
minimum a mil. Like,
yeah, but like that's not worth it.
Yeah, what?
I'm traveling across the world.
I
gotta
cover all traveling expenses.
Yeah, but like it's not even just that. It's just more of like for like most of the year you're away from your family. Also, the fact you gotta deal with a lot of players' egos, and then you also gotta deal with management egos.
Especially the niggas' egos.
Holy. Yeah, and then you have
mil though.
Bro, you can't deal with that. I know you wouldn't be able.
You gotta be a psychiatrist. You gotta be a businessman. Because remember, you got a bunch of young men, like young people coming to the league.
You gotta be a manager almost.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta do bare, and like throughout the same time you're watching film. You gotta come up with a new like game plan.
You gotta study every fucking team that's going against you and trying to figure out.
But that's for like
this guy just said all that for a mil. Yo,
that's
come
like
on.
8 months.
Honestly,
mind you, these niggas don't have the free time to do all the shit that players get to play, and then be like, yo, I'm gonna either see my family or
I'm gonna Google who's the highest paying coach right now or
highest paid coach. I think they're making like 8 mil. No, I think of all time, I think it may have been Phil Jackson. I think he was getting like 15.
That's what I was gonna say. Phil Jackson probably the only person that probably made like stupid amount of cash.
I think he made like 15 a year.
Everybody else probably makes like what you're saying. Probably like I was gonna say 5, if anything.
Yeah, well, no, the Phil Jackson's different because he had championships. But like
That's-
Steve Kerr, I think when he signed, it was like 5 years, 20
Now
mil.
it's Popovich.
What's Popovich getting?
11 mil.
11 mil. And Popovich has been in the game for like what,
For a
25
minute,
years.
and that's what I'm
Steve
saying.
Nash is getting 8.7 mil.
But like, I'm just from.
He's a former player.
That's what I was gonna say. Like former players who end up being like
Doc
coaches.
Rivers is getting 8 mil, but yeah, he's also been around.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
He's a former player too.
former players are definitely gonna get more. Like
Nick Nurse is getting 8 mil.
He has a chip.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a chip, and plus you have to remember because in my head at least, correct me if I'm wrong, Dre. This shit moves like a stock almost. Like yo, you're not gonna give a man
Scott
8
Brooks
mil
is
just
getting
because.
paid 7 mil.
Yeah, he just got fired too.
So wait,
He's getting paid 7 mil.
who's he coach for?
Washington.
But
He's been to the finals before.
all I'm saying is, I know like if you're a nigga who's starting off as a coach who isn't a fucking
Billy Donovan's getting 6 mil.
but that's around the range. All
Yeah.
I'm saying is these
Rel-
coaches are
relative,
making no more. At least I thought it was 5K, but it looks like the range is like at least 6 to 8K. If you're not a
Mil.
fucking, I mean, sorry, mil.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
6 to 8 mil.
How's you getting 6 to 8?
Sorry. My mind's on a different thing right
Yeah,
now.
these coaches be killing themselves, bro.
Right?
Like, 6 to 8 mil.
That's probably like a WNBA coach right there.
Yikes. Controversial.
Nah, actually, but these guys are making less money, so I can't imagine what the coach be making. Like,
LA?
Coach be like,
Didn't they just
I know these niggas be trying to snap them
fucking.
fucking clipboards in half. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But to what you were saying, yeah, unless you're not a former player, I don't think you're making go up off the rip. So I do think these guys need to make more because they're doing, as I said, 10 times more work.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch. You gotta deal with your own personal shit. You gotta deal with
The
players.
physical aspect of it is the hardest part.
For coaches,
For coaches?
No, just like salary wise, that's why players are getting paid way more than the coach.
I don't think physical.
Because you also risk injury and so many more things. You can be a perfectly fine player, and then the next year you're done.
Yeah, like for a player, it's different because like you're more based on your athleticism
It's not, like-
rather than like your actual like IQ.
I'm kind of saying like this. I don't think coaches are doing any more work than a regular 9 to 5 office job person.
Nah, because
I know
bro,
they're doing a little more.
not
a little
little
more.
Because the thing is,
But-
remember,
My nigga,
technically 9 to 5 for them is game day.
I know.
And then practice and all that. But
I know
like,
practice.
And then after that, after
got-
game day,
gotta watch
it's overtime,
film.
bro.
Yeah.
And overtime is you're fucking watching film, make sure these niggas go to practice and all that shit, dealing with fucking planning out
I mean,
plays
it's
and
not
watching.
just him. He probably has other people helping him with that.
Yo,
you
I'm-
do, but then remember, you're the head honcho.
That's
of
what I'm
everything.
saying. Exactly. You're the head nigga. You gotta make sure you're the nigga who basically has to make sure the face of the team like looks nice. You gotta you're the one managing the whole team really.
Yeah, because
Because if the GM don't fuck with what you're doing,
you're gone.
you're gone.
And then you gotta follow what the team wants to do. You gotta make sure that if they're a young team, you're developing the player. So like now you're
Developing the player too, bro.
now they're depending on you for investment in their future.
I mean, a 6 to 8 mil for that is not that bad.
You're tripping.
Unless you love the sport, I don't.
But you don't
I
think they
feel
love the sport if they're doing that?
Oh, 100%.
Of course, but yo,
Yeah,
at
100%.
that point, you're not gonna say your worth. Then the fuck, these niggas, as a, me personally as a coach,
about that. I think the original thing was like I think they get paid a decent amount to handle all that personally.
Look at the best thing I would say is
Personally.
look at Last Chance U. Look at some of the stuff those coaches got to deal with. That's what I'm saying. Like those guys that have to deal with like players not being able to eat. They're dealing with like them like
Yeah, but that's a whole different thing. It's
women
just
problems.
no, that's like,
Nah, but that's what you
kinda
gotta
the
deal with
same
as a
shit.
coach
Because
also.
not everybody from the NBA ends up being like fucking like right
I get it.
a milli right away, bro. Some of these
Yeah,
niggas still gotta struggle for a little bit, and like you gotta kind of like deal with that shit too.
Mhm.
Like as I see it, like Jay kind of mentioned it, but like as a coach, you're almost being a philanthropist too, and taking up people's mental like problems is like
Yeah, it's draining.
it's
of
a
course.
draining thing, bro. Like
And you gotta make sure the best player likes you, because then if they don't buy in, no one else is gonna buy in.
I didn't even think about that aspect.
Yeah,
It's like you gotta fucking fight a bull on your team, bro.
That's just I get it, but that's just kind of being human.
Oh man.
I mean, obviously, like it's more than that, but just don't be fucking weird. Obviously, I don't.
Bro,
I
you
can't
can be
explain it
not
'cause-
fucking weird, and like a player want to just test you just because they're like, yo, you're not gonna fucking boss me around.
Yeah,
type
like
shit.
imagine KD. KD's gonna be like, bro, I'm KD. I'm doing this play.
Yeah,
I get
like,
what you're saying.
You gotta prove to KD that like, yo, I know what I'm talking about.
yo, could you imagine trying to put a chin on MJ back in the day, bro?
I mean, someone did, but yeah.
No, but like
the old coach basically like before Phil Jackson.
I
the
know,
guy
I
just-
know.
Yeah.
I know.
You kinda had to
Yeah,
do
we all
every-
saw the last
Yeah.
dance.
I
fam,
watched
you
the
had to
doc.
do what Jordan was saying, fam. And if you didn't fucking, it's like you're the one looking stupid, bro. You're the
Alright.
one not making the right decisions. You
Jordan's
don't know
already
what you're
dropping
doing.
50.
Imagine you doing all this work just for one player to stick you up, being like, "Yo, I'm better than you." Like, man, like it's not even about you.
And that's why coaches get stressed with LeBron because like LeBron would be like, "Yo, like you don't know what you're talking about."
And it's like, yo,
I think you can only do
At a
that.
certain
I think
caliber-
there's only literally like 5 people that can do that.
at a certain caliber, you can start trusting the
So,
player to be
you
like,
know.
"Yo, you're reading
Yeah.
the thing out there better than I am for
Mhm.
sure." But for a young nigga who's feeling himself and everything,
Like Luca's
Fine.
feeling himself. Yo, that's why the coach cut.
I'll be like, "Yo, bro,
Coach is like, "Yeah, I can't. Like, I like
Yeah.
Luca, but like, yo, the coach is like, bro, I can't deal with this.
yeah, this guy thinks he's hot shit because he's scoring buckets every day, yo. Like, all right,
I got a ring." So this
I
guy's
don't gotta deal with this.
I lied. This guy went to Indiana and now he's like, I'm chilling.
Yeah,
Man's there till he retires.
come on.
Guys, you gotta step up with that. But no, you're right about that. With only like 5 people, like the only people that probably has that power is like LeBron, KD, Steph, Lillard. I don't think Giannis has that kind of power. Because if Giannis knows what's best for him, he would have got his coach fired already. Because like they wouldn't be struggling with Atlanta right now.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay, do you think the Bucks team is actually like sick?
yeah. It's a really good team.
They're solid.
It's actually a really good team. Drew Holiday, borderline all-star. I still think Kyle Lowry's better than him.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is there? Chris Middleton. Yo, he's a really good player, all-star, not a superstar. Giannis, he's a superstar. Top 10. And then you got PJ Tucker, does what he has to do. You got some shooters. Brooke Lopez, I've been saying for a while, I feel like he's a bit overrated. Because, but it's also probably based on how the coach uses him.
Mm.
And, yeah, they got, like, a whatever bench. Like, they're decent enough to make it to the finals from the East. But they shouldn't be struggling with all the injuries from Brooklyn, they shouldn't have been struggling like that. With, who else is
So
there?
you're saying right now their potential is being held back by the coach.
Yeah. Giannis shouldn't be shooting so much threes. Giannis should be shooting maximum 3 threes a game. Unless he's hot.
Ooh, one thing I don't like about I don't know if it's on the coach, but a lot of these niggas gotta stop taking threes at the last seconds of the game, man.
Yeah. This is basically the new NBA. Man's love the 3.
Bro, it's actually
Shooting
annoying.
game now, bro.
It's yo.
But it's not really that smart the way that they do it. Like some of these coaches keep telling these guys keep shooting. And
the
it's like,
coaches are telling them take threes.
of course, the coach is telling them to keep shooting threes. I'm pretty
fuck
sure-
these coaches then because most of the times I'd be seeing them, I'm like, yo, there's no way. I was instructed to do this at the last seconds if you get the ball.
Yeah.
For what?
I'm pretty sure the coaches must say like, "Yo, we're looking for a 3. Find a 3.
In my head, I'm thinking, yo, like
Just go for the basket."
I'm thinking like the player is saying, "Fuck this! I'm gonna take this 3 last second." Like I believe in myself that much. But if it's a coach doing that, that's even worse, bro. That's annoying. Because in my head, I'm thinking, why not just drive to the basket and then you potentially draw a foul? There's your 3.
Because like,
You also risk injury at that point.
I guess, but like, yo, to me in my head, it's like, yo, you use that card when you're like down 1. Like if you're down 2, then maybe
put in OT or something.
try to put in OT by hitting a 3 or some shit. But if you're down 1,
Go for
go
a
for
2.
go for the 2. Fuck it if you fucking. Cause yo, the worst. This is just me thinking off topic. If you're going for the layup, and these mans know they're not trying to foul you because they're not trying to make you score. That's an easy bucket, and now you got your 1 point ahead of the game,
You're also
and now you got to
pushing
play.
your body most likely.
Well, it also depends then at that point, because like if you're down by like let's say 3 or something like that, and you go for a layup, now that all depends. Do you have a timeout?
But that's why I say you don't go for you don't do that play if you're down by 3.
Mm-hmm.
If you're down by like
2 or
if you're
1.
2 or 1, then that play is like valuable because now
Oh,
it's
well,
either
yeah.
you draw OT or you draw a foul or some shit and
Mm-hmm.
you get your 3rd point, or if you're down by 1, you just fucking go for a lip and now you 1 by 1. But if
Yeah.
you're down by 3, it's a fucking risk. You don't want to injure yourself because now you're telling your players or whatever, yo, just do whatever it takes to get
I
that
also think
basket.
up to a certain point when you're exhausted, you don't really want to run in. You just want to shoot.
Yeah,
it,
when you're
right?
bust,
it's
you're
like
not trying to
KD
attack.
on that last shot, right? Like my shot made such a stupid shot.
I hear you, but then
Mm-hmm.
there's other players on the court
No, I agree.
who probably have the
but-
energy to drive to the basket. Then,
I agree, and that's what he should have done. But that's a whole other topic.
but
you know?
if
Yeah.
if that's the case, it's like, yo, I'm just saying, as a coach, that's what I'm trying to. I would instill in my players at that point. Then,
But
Yeah.
it's like what we went back to is like there's 5 mans that can say fuck the coach, and KD is one of them. So
Yeah. And like the other mans that probably try to do it, they're gonna get benched or
I guess I'm not
Yeah.
trying, like not KD, but like any like okay, I think
it has to be like a non-star player on your team, basically.
Atlanta. Sorry, Clippers won the first game against Atlanta, right?
Wait, what?
Clippers won their first when
Oh, against the Suns?
didn't Clippers.
no, they didn't verse each other yet.
Okay, I'm chopped in. Sorry, the Suns.
Yeah,
They faced the Suns, right?
yeah.
No, who did yo? Okay, Atlanta's first game. Who did they? When they faced
In the playoffs, or are you talking about like in the conference
before-
finals?
yeah, before they played the Bucks,
Oh, they're facing Philly.
they lost their first game to Philly, right?
Nah, they beat Philly in game 1.
Did they lose their first game to the Bucks?
Nah, they won that. I
Yo,
think they.
they're-
I think Traylon's like for game. Atlanta's like 4 in a row for game 1.
Yeah, like right now they're like I think they said they're one of the first teams that won game 1s, and they've been like the away team.
Honestly, I swear there was a game I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
There was a game I was watching where Atlanta could have won had they not taken the 3. Sir Trey Run took the 3 last minute or last second. Somebody did.
Mm-hmm.
And they missed it. And then they lost. And I'm like, yo, they actually could have avoided this by driving to the basket.
Yeah, but the thing is now, like the philosophy is for a lot of coaches now is just shoot threes.
Don't risk it.
No, just shoot threes. Just keep shooting it. If you're down, just shoot a 3. Like there's some players that will shoot the mid range, but it's hot in here, like. Yeah, turn the AC
Please.
on still.
I'm boiling like a fucking potato.
LA. But I don't know, man. Like the way that like I've been looking at it, because like a lot of times cheeses me where I see a man attack the basket, passes the ball, and it's like, yo, you had an easy layup. Why did you pass?
Isn't that what Ben Simmons did?
Yeah, that's what Ben Simmons. No, Ben Simmons was just scared to shoot.
Yeah, but no, there was a play.
Where he passed it and Thibault got fouled and man missed a free throw, and they're like, yo, if he just took the layup, and Embiid threw him under the bus. Embiid's like, yo, the turning point was when someone had an open layup and they decided to pass the ball and we only got 1 free throw.
Yo, it could really be that crucial because, yo, man's just like looking at you funny, like, bro, what did you do?
He's getting traded. 100% he's getting
course.
traded.
I wonder where he would go. Where do you think he would go?
I don't know. Like some people say the Warriors, but the Warriors, like I remember in the group chat, man said the Warriors, but I don't.
He's gonna
I don't
need
see
a
that
lot
working.
of reworking, man.
Yeah, because it's a mental thing. Ooh, that cool breeze is coming in.
Yeah, I felt that. As soon as that cool
Jeez.
breeze, yeah, that's that shit.
LA?
It was getting humid, bro.
So you're about to knock out in the pod.
Nah, that was just one time because I didn't smoke for how long. Y'all niggas laughed in the group chat. I
what's it called? I guess now we can switch it over from ball, and let's talk about some Canada stuff.
Lie.
Cause
Like
you
What do
know,
you want to
like
talk
that
about?
Saskatchewan shit.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that, bro. Cause it's a mud thing, bro.
Yo,
Yeah,
not to say it's a downplay, anyways. The first bit that they found, the first 100 that they found, or down here,
they said there's over 10,000 bodies
my nigga,
missing.
dude,
Mhm.
that's what's alarming. Because at first you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, that's a lot of fucking dead kids.
Mhm.
And then you're like,
It's fucked. Man.
are you like, okay, Canada can't be that bad almost.
A lie?
And then you start hearing more news and you're like, yo, what the fuck is going on at these residential schools, bro? Like,
Mhm.
I didn't know this, but apparently they taught us about it in history in grade 10, and I don't remember that shit.
if anything, I guarantee you anything you'll learn in history class was shit that like any shit that was supposed to be of actual importance, they
They
glossed,
glossed
over,
over
it.
it.
Yeah.
And you just learned about
World War One and
not
two.
even
That's what I learned about.
well, aside from that, like you just learn about how great Canada is. Oh, we're known for our beaver trade shit and some of the First Nations here and there and blah blah Iroquois blah blah.
Yeah, they always talked about they'll talk about it, but like they never actually went into details
Fam,
about it. And,
if
like
these
how they
niggas
actually
went
went
into
away.
detail with the amount of bullshit
Mhm.
that happened, and actually, I definitely would have been more attentive in class. You would have like who doesn't like
Everyone pays attention to chaos and like stuff like that.
that type of chaos. Your ears are open. Like whoa, I remember that
Especially
story.
if it happened here.
Oh what?
Yeah. Trust me.
I definitely tell you, I'm passing that class because I remember all that bullshit.
Mhm.
I
But
passed, but yeah.
Huh?
I passed, but I hear you.
well, I'm just saying, I passing with flying colors.
Yeah.
But
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
needless to say, yeah, that shit's fucking crazy. 750 from Saskatchewan alone,
So far,
Yeah.
in one
All
place.
in that one place.
and
So
that's what I mean,
basically-
just that one place.
So there
Yeah.
used to be a church there, but it got broken. Like they broke it down, so there was nothing there, and they decided to just check the land because that they know that's where a school used to be, and they randomly dug and they found the bodies.
My nigga, you know how fucked up that must be to dig up 750 bodies
Mhm.
of youths.
You know how messed up it must have been to even just bury them.
Yo,
That's even the crazier part. Like digging it up is one thing, but like
Fam.
another thing's actually just burying
on a
every single
secret
one.
thing, eh?
And everyone's just like, we're gonna hug this.
Yo, dude, that is actually on some massacre. That's a genocide thing, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Because yo, how did these kids die?
Some
murked them.
no, not all of them. So some of them died from diseases. Some of them got like raped and shit and murdered. Some
Yeah.
of them were like malnourished. So essentially, like the history behind it was they were forced from their homes and stuff, and to basically they wanted them to forget everything about their heritage and become white people. Or
Yeah,
sorry,
like
Catholic
basically
people.
Catholic. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's why. So did you hear about what happened with that church in Saga? So
No.
basically, there was a pastor that spoke out saying, "Yeah, the schools are like a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
a good thing." And like in a matter of a day, he resigned. Like
He had to,
Yeah,
bro.
he had to. Like
I mean,
you know, his
how
church
can,
got like vandalized and shit. Like
bro? I mean,
it's
You-
crazy but you got to keep in mind, like all the older guys, they're probably looking at us like these guys are crazy. Like this is normal. This is normal to them because it's what they grew up on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more like, nah, we're not trying to take no type of slander. Like it's like, we're not gonna take responsibility for it. Like
Like it happened, just move on. Basically, with
It's
like their
like-
mindset.
they're in my head, I would think the most religious person there is saying this was God's like plan type
Yeah.
shit. But it's like optic wise, outside looking in, it's like they're not like we're looking at it like like the fuck.
Like these are people, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unidentified people,
Mm-hmm.
and these guys are probably just like, nah, well, they never had X, Y, and Z to begin with, and it's like, yo, that's That's kind of fucked up, man.
Yo, man, Catholic people are fucked.
I mean, it's funny.
Catholic people are fucked. I don't care what anyone says, bro.
I wouldn't judge a whole race based off
a race.
Or
It's not
sorry,
a
a
race.
religion. I wouldn't judge a whole religion based off a couple.
No, I hear that, but I'm just saying, like,
But
a lot of them
Yo,
are fucked.
listen,
I'll say that people who are like overly
yeah.
devoted are the fucked up ones. Like you need to have some normality in your life or something where it's like you need to check yourself because, I've heard enough stories from like all sorts of religions where there's a whole bunch of fuckery happening every day. You know
Of
what
course.
I mean?
Of course. But I'm just saying, like, just
I
in
feel
general.
like religion in general, if you take it to an extreme, and that's what I just said is super controversial, but
Yeah.
yeah, if any religion, if you're too devoted, you'll literally like go crazy. Not crazy, but the way you act will be crazy to normal people.
You just, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
I feel like it's just really the super dogmatic religious people. Is just, yeah, what you're saying, the extremos. You know what I mean?
extremos, and those are the people. Like, that's the whole point of these schools. They were the extreme people that were like everyone has to be like, because it's like why. My middle name is what it is because those guys came to friggin' India and they wanted to force the religion.
No. I actually read some shit about it because like my mom's okay, so my mom's last name is Thomas, and I was like, yo, I wonder how some of these names kind of came because some of them are pretty like European.
Yeah.
And I did a little reading. And it basically said how like at least that name started was like a lot of these like Indian people would like they came down from ships and everything with all these like Catholic priests.
I just remembered my cousin's last name is Thomas.
See?
Continue.
Interesting. Very interesting. But what's it called? Yeah, a lot of these priests came down with all these like Indian people and shit and was like, yo, y'all don't have no last name, so everybody's last name is gonna be Thomas over here, and then your last name is gonna be like who knows, whatever next popular Jamaican last name is. Yo, you guys are going over
Johnson.
there. Johnson, yeah, niggas are going over there. Or X, Y, and Z. So I learned that it was just a mass naming after different like saints and shit.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's from what I read.
Saint Thomas, Saint John. Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, Sebastian is like,
Who knows? But it's just a bunch of these saints apparently.
Vincent and stuff like
It's
that.
like, yo, like you guys are gonna go over there. So it's like a lot of these guys are just be like, well, I was told my last name is Thomas, so I was
That's just kind of
assume.
funny though. Like man's just pulled up. He's like, "Yo, y'all don't got last names? All right, you see your last names."
Nigga said, "Nah, there's too many of you guys, bro. So all y'all niggas is Thomas."
Everyone here,
Yeah.
like a gym class, bro.
All right, yo, whoever standing on this side of those line,
like it's
It
a
is.
dodgeball game, bro. Like,
y'all niggas is Thomas. You over here, Peter. All right, the door's gonna open. Find your own house.
Can I get all the Thomases over here, please?
Yeah.
you guys are going.
Nah, you
to
remember
Jamaica.
Maz would be like, all right, you're 1, you're 2, you're 3. You're 1, you're 2, you're 3. All right. So the ones go over here. 2's over here, 3's over there.
It's like, oh, but my brother's over there.
No.
This is so be it, bro. Say peace.
Sorry, bro. You're 3. Yo, Thomas's, Peters, and fucking
Thinking about
Edwards
how
over
fucked up
here.
that is, like, at least when we cut, we like, okay, I'll just FaceTime you when I get there. Imagine what those guys had to like. It's like you're looking at your sibling for the last time ever, probably.
Fam, that's what I'm saying. You can't even
That's
send a
wild,
pigeon over.
bro.
LA?
That shit's over the fucking ocean,
There was
bro.
not even any pictures at that time.
That's what I'm
It's just
saying.
Wild, fam.
I actually can't imagine that. Like, that's why I guess like I'm pretty interested in like the whole family tree shit because obviously them times were like a lot more fucked up and keeping record was not as
Common.
like proficient as it is today. Like this, we could like look it up in like no time if it's really there.
Yeah.
If there's a database for it, and we could search that shit up in seconds. But I mean, that's what makes it so intriguing now is because you're like, yo, I mean, when I look at my ancestry shit, like the 23andMe shit, I was like, yo, this is interesting because now it's showing me all these places on a different side of the world where I would have never thought I had any correlation with, but it makes you that intrigued as to like, oh, I wonder how these people met up or some shit, and I wonder how that was for them back in the day, X, Y, and Z. It's just that type of shit that gets you intrigued because, as I said, me personally, I have like maybe like a third or whatever cousin out there who's like super ass white, and it's like, yo, it's just funny because just based off of my mom's side of the family and everything. It's like, yo, that kid will probably like I probably wouldn't even recognize her if I ever seen her type shit. Like it's that fucking crazy to me. So that's why I was like, yo, like this shit is interesting. And yeah, I don't know how we got here, but that was
we got here somehow, but
that's how it'd be like.
Now to even add on to what you're saying, because like even like my mom was telling me how I got some Dutch on her side of the family, and which makes it kind of crazy. It's like there is that possibility, as you said, like you might have like that white family member that you'll never even know that's even like your family member.
I mean, yeah, like for me personally, like at least for the European or white shit, that doesn't really intrigue me too much because like I mean, when I did the 23andMe shit, it breaks it shit down by percentage, and for me, a lot of a good percentage is like 22% of like East Indian or South Indian, one of them. But that to me was like, oh, that's a lot more people in compared to that small 8%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The 8% shit is like that's probably like
basically like the plus or minus.
That's like a given because of what black people went through. But anything else is kind of like a
anything higher than like 15%. You're like, oh, okay, this is actually something.
Yeah, I was like, I personally, I didn't even think I had like that much percentage of Indian in me. But I was like, yo, I know it's there just based off of what I kind of seen through like my mom's side of the family, like her dad's side of the family and everything. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like. From a jump when I was a youth, I was always questioning like why my mom look lighter than me type shit.
Yeah,
just out of curiosity, not like a weird shit.
Yeah, no, because I even have cousins that are like made like I have bare light skinned cousins, and I'm like out of all my cousins, I'm probably like one of the darkest cousins there. Yeah. So it's just like it just makes you question like, yo, where this like, how does this even make sense? You know, in a way.
And all that. Did you see that picture National Geographic posted about how everyone, like how the future person is gonna look in 2040 something,
like beige and shit,
like a light skinned person with like colored eyes and all that.
It makes sense. Everyone's crossbreeding,
fam. At least in
dark and light complexions.
I was gonna say, yo, just even in Toronto, like probably from like the early 90s, like. Yo, it was already like multicultural from that time. There's a lot of fucking like.
And now it's becoming like an international thing.
But what I'm trying to say is like that's just one city.
Yeah, imagine the rest of
the world, like. And mind you, like everybody now is probably like around like their early or late 20s, at least from that time. No, probably like late 20s.
From where?
From like the late 90s now or early 90s. Everyone's probably in their like 30s.
20 to 30.
They should be in their 20s to 30s. Yeah, so that means these people are just having babies too and everything. And now, you know, who knows who they be fucking and shit. And it's like, yo, you're just getting lighter and lighter, different complexion babies, man.
Yeah, because everyone, as we said, everyone's starting to like actually mix up with each other compared to back then where it's like, nah, I'm sticking with only black people. I'm only sticking with white people. I'm only sticking with Indian people. Now everyone's like, yo, let me see what's popping on the Indian side. Let me see what's popping with like these like European people.
I think it's where we were brought up, and also
it's definitely
our schooling system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's a different thing. You know what I mean? Like we're all grown.
I went to school with every ethnicity.
Yeah,
When I was in Toronto, everybody was
everybody.
Like white people, Asian people.
To be honest,
Brampton, when I came.
Brampton was obviously dominantly brown and black, but there was still the 1-2 white person, Asian person.
Nah,
Yeah, kind of like it wasn't until I started going to Hamilton where I started seeing a lot of white people,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Whoa, this is different."
Hamilton was
Still.
weird. It was Milton for me. Milton, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of uncomfortable.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, is this still like outside, like just outside the GTA?
I remember I went to a movie theater in Milton. Whew, that was weird.
This guy just shivered.
Yeah, I actually shivered because I'm like, I remember like it just felt like a whole bunch of eyes were on me, man. And it's like the only black person was the cashier, and I had like that
yeah,
the head nod,
the acknowledgement,
the acknowledgement nod. Yeah, that was
yeah.
that was us. I'm like, one ticket for that movie, please. All right, wicked, and that was it. After that, everybody else was just whoa.
Because there's probably
Black
like
guys.
it's probably like 5 black families in there, and it's like, yo, this guy's different.
You know what it is because also Milton wasn't even that booming yet.
Mm-hmm.
Milton was still kind of like
Dead.
still a little dead. They
So
even
this is before Toronto Premium came out.
well, yeah. This is when there was bare farmland around there.
Okay.
So, man, what year was it? I wish I could remember. But at those times, Milton was just like they didn't even have a bus system yet, like a transit system. So it's kind of like it's like, yo, these niggas found us here now. Fuck. That's what it kind of felt like. Like, oh, y'all here too? That's what at least Milton felt like to me. And then I went back to Toronto. I'm like, yo, sick.
This feels
I'm
normal.
back. And I felt bad for my boy because like
That's where he lives.
he lived in like Toronto or like yeah. Oh boy, yo, shout out Lim, bro. But yeah, Lim was deep in the not like projects, but he was.
Goonies.
Yeah, we were in Western Road, bro, and that switch to Milton was like.
Must have been like a culture shock right
Of
there.
course it had to be, bro. Now he's full Milton, and it's fucking hilarious, bro. This man wakes up and looks at the escarpment and just says, "Yep, I'm gonna get a house out there."
This guy made it out the hood, yo. This guy's on bigger things now.
Milton's a nice place, to be honest.
It is no cap. I will say, yo, like after living in Brampton for so long, man, and like visiting the areas and shit I used to live at, I'm like, yo, how the fuck was I living around here? Yo, I could never live here if I was this old, yo. Like, I think I brought it up before, but man, when I had to help my sister move into one of these apartments one time, I'm like, yo, niggas is still by the door. I'm like, nah, this is nuts. I can't be doing this.
Mans are complacent, bro. Some mans are literally like, yo, this is me.
Passing it down to the next generation, man. Yeah, I'm watching The Wire again, so it's like, yeah, man, shit is fucked.
Yo, I'm telling you, because everything comes in full circle.
It's a full circle
cycle.
thing. Like, these niggas probably just passing that shit down to any other younger nigga in that building. Like, yo, I'm not gonna do it anymore, but you do it, and
You got to fill my role now.
now, you just give me whatever guap, and I give you a cut, and like, it's weird, but I mean, that's just the system, man.
How far are you in the wire right now?
I am, man. I think if I had to be specific, Omar is helping Snitch.
Is Wire for that show with the guy from the Lonely Island or whatever?
Nah,
No.
I think you're mixing it up with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I am.
Yeah.
No, that's not no funny shit, bro. This is some real life
This is real
nigga
life.
shit.
Yeah, Idris Elba is on it. And
Yeah.
things.
I haven't watched.
Michael B.
This is
Jordan.
arguably one of the best shows ever produced.
Yeah.
Damn, that's heavy.
Yeah, like arguably, and I remember I just watched it as like when I was younger, but I don't remember shit from it. And I remember I tried watching it again, and I kind of was just getting bored. And I finished the first season, and I made it to the second when they sent him off to the docks and shit.
To the docks, yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this doc shit is getting really fucking boring, and I kind of
But
just
bare
stopped.
information that's happening at that point.
Yo, yeah, that's what I was told. Is like, yo, if you're gonna watch it again, just stick through that doc shit because it's vital.
Because
And I
like
was
there's so much like connections, so much like smuggling stuff that they go over there,
yeah.
and certain mans are messing with certain mans. You're like, wait, hold on, these guys are messing with these guys. These guys are this connection.
Don't even expose anymore because you know it's one of those things where like you're older now and you're like, okay, I fully understand a lot more shit.
You understand just like transactions of like illegal stuff
Yo,
now.
I'm gonna be real. Like even just certain conversations just be going over my head when I was younger.
Big man conversation,
Yeah, like
bro.
some big mom conversations. Now I'm like, oh,
Like when mans are speaking in code. Because I remember at first I was like, yo, like what are they talking
fam.
about?
Okay, thank you. Cause yo, I felt like I was being a dummy, not understanding the wire in the beginning. I'm like, bro, these guys talking so like adulty. Like, I'm like, yo, am I not like caught up yet? Am I not mature enough to fully
Understand.
And then, yo, as you get older, I was just like, okay, like I kind of get it. And I just at this time is just my attention. I'm like, yo, I cannot sit through this right now. But now I'm watching it because I'm like, I got time. I'm bored, and I'm paying attention to who's who and what mans are saying. Because I will say, one thing about this show, at least for me, is that like it kind of indirectly tells you who's like who's getting in trouble or who's talking about who. Because yo, these men say a lot of names. They'll be like, yo, Rawls is doing this, McNulty or whoever's doing. I'm like, yo, man's are going off of last names, and sometimes they don't even call him that. And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to keep up, but now I'm keeping up, and I'm like, okay, this show is actually pretty interesting now. Like I'm fully getting it.
Is it one of those shows where you need to watch a couple episodes before it gets good?
No,
Nah.
it starts off.
The first season's hot.
It starts off pretty hot. The first season.
The first season's real hot, bro.
It's just that for like, as I said, just for me, I kind of just gotta like it's not one of those where like you're watching and you could just use your phone, and then it'd be like,
yeah. Then you have to rewind.
yeah,
to see
then
what
you got
missed.
yeah, because
I
yo,
hate
they'll say
that.
some shit and you're like, oh fuck, I probably gotta rewind that because I'm the type of person where I'm like, wait, how did they? I'm like, wait, I didn't hear. Did they have a conversation about this? And I'm like, it's one of those shows where like you might miss a 1-2 tiny detail, and you're like, okay, because like say for instance like Omar snitching, you might have missed that for some reason, and now you're like, wait, how's he working with police all of a sudden? Why is he talking to them?
Or even like Bubbles.
Or yeah, that too.
A man named Bubbles in this show.
Yeah,
Yo, Bubbles, you don't sleep on Bubbles, bro.
Is there a man named Bubbles in Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah. That's killer Bubbles. This Bubbles is a heroin addict.
Gosh.
But
yo, he's battling it. At least in the first season, he's battling it. Don't expose.
I'm not gonna expose still.
But yeah, just in the first season, he's trying to battle his demons, bro, and I rate him. No, he's not off the shits. It's more like
He's just addicted to
the
it.
demons just come for him, man. Like he's watching his boy get jumped and shit, and he's just like fuck, like this could be me, but he just can't help but do the drugs. Yo, that show is like it's pretty real, and the only thing that kind of makes it dated, voice crack. The thing that makes it dated is just the acting, really. The way how these mans conversate and
Elba and Michael B. Jordan. That's
no, Idris Elba plays actually his part pretty like normal, but
it's top.
I'm
I
just
think
saying
it's
they
buzz.
haven't done stuff like that in a long.
I'm just saying you watch it and you'd be like, all right, niggas don't really talk like that. They'd be like, yo, man, this and that, that, man, like it's that type of acting where it doesn't seem more like normal and be like
They're forcing it.
Yeah, like it's like a
Well,
it's
that
not
meme,
forced.
that meme came from it too, where that guy was like, "Oh,
Yeah, I'm just saying like how
yeah," because
I
like
didn't know that.
because he was in the laundromat,
black
and
dude?
yeah,
the guy was like
where he's covering his mouth, and he's like, "Oh, damn."
I didn't know that came from. That's
yeah, it's from The Wire still, but in terms of his acting, it's just like you can see how dated it is, like.
And then you also see like two sides of things because you don't only just see like the drug dealers like perspective with things. You even see like certain people on the officer side, like not rooting too much with it. Where like McNulty, he's cheating on his wife.
You got like crooked cops.
Yeah,
You got niggas who just don't want to do their jobs.
corrupted politicians. Yo, do you get to the officer yet? Where he's always like, she.
Isn't that the guy who's always working with him?
Nah, that's a.
Oh, that's the next nigga. I know what you're talking about.
There's another one where he's like every single time something happens, he'd be like, she.
Nah, I always heard about him, but nah, I didn't get to him yet.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard about that too. I haven't seen the show.
It's a classic, bro.
The shit guy, the guy says shit.
I've just heard like someone say that before. It's like a
Shit. Yeah, nah, he's. Yeah, it's one. That's what I mean. Like the acting is so like kind of funny and like memorable that you you do it too type shit. That's how dated it is. Like nowadays, when you get these movies and shit, like it doesn't seem. I don't want to say memorable, but it doesn't seem dated. There's nothing somebody will say that you're like, oh, I remember a man said that, unless it was said in like a dramatic kind of way.
Or like as a joke or something.
Yeah, just in some type of dramatic
Hmm.
jazz hand effect.
I guess it's more like they emphasize more on it compared to before, where
A
it
lot
was just
of
like
more
this will
emphasizing.
just kind of flow through it, and then you got to catch it and be like, oh, I caught that.
That's funny because like that's how like I mean it's just funny how the evolution of acting is. It's just funny. Everything is really trying to be more real.
Hmm.
Like yo, like
Now?
of course. Like yo, you watch movies that were in black and white, and niggas seem so animated.
Hmm.
And as time progresses, like niggas' animated voice and acting just became more and more just relaxed. Like
More
niggas,
monotone.
was stiff back in the day. Now they're just all right. Let me be me type
Yeah.
shit. Like and that's
I feel like Seth Rogen and that team helped.
Oh, you got talking to Mike.
I feel like Seth Rogen and that team helped with that a lot.
just.
Personally.
I mean,
Wait, what do
I
you
don't know
mean
if it's
with
just
that?
Seth Rogen.
I'm not saying Seth Rogen. I'm saying his team.
No. I hear what you're saying. I'm saying like I feel like that's just been the thing as time progressed. You know, be more specifically with like indie directors or movie goers, because it's like yo, we don't have the budget for somebody who can be
Like Tom
just
Cruise.
versatile or some shit. Like let's actually look for somebody who probably fits that mold. Because I think that was probably like the niche thing to do back in the day. If you're doing Hollywood shit, yo, let's find the best
A-list
actor.
celebrity,
Yeah,
basically.
like so many. Yo, you ever watch some of these?
Names were important.
Yo, it's so funny watching some of these movies back in the day. You're like, damn, there's a lot of actors in this movie. Like, for what? But now you know you you switch the style up. It's either you have one leading nigga who knows how to kill that role, but then the rest of people are just so fucking new, and like that's like their shit because they probably just
They're trying to make a name for themselves at
either
that
just
point.
trying to be normal or
What was that?
Just kill that
show?
shit.
There was a show that had a bunch of people that ended up becoming like super fucking successful.
oh,
I know Freaks and Geeks was one.
That was that show. It was Freaks
Yeah.
and Geeks. So James Franco was on that. Seth Rogen. A lot of the cats.
I think Ryan
now,
Reynolds was on it
There was a
too.
lot of people on there that were actually popping.
Yeah.
And this is when they were apparently in their teens or some shit. Yeah.
that's crazy, bro. And like getting into that shit back in the day must have been like weird.
Definitely was weird.
Like, oh, squeeze my son in quick, please.
Well, back then it was
And you're
different
definitely
because
getting a
like,
lot more white actors getting that bag off.
like yo, back then you didn't really have much options compared to
Other-
like the stuff now where like there's like Netflix specials you can go on for Disney Plus. You can go to like Amazon and all these.
Just,
Like,
yo, everybody's creating something, bro. You could be a star on YouTube.
I just
Yeah.
feel like now, like, and that's a whole other topic, but the internet just made it easy for anyone to be a director.
I think
Yo.
it made it harder though.
No, man,
No,
it's
it's not.
easier.
But like the
Now
reason,
It's just
Yo.
harder for you to stand out.
yeah.
That's it, if
So that's
anything.
basically like what I mean by
okay,
it's
I
harder.
agree. It's harder to stand out, but it's not hard to get your stuff to an accessible place for everyone. So if you do
Yeah,
the
the
right
accessibility today is.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
yo,
yo, it's
before-
like you hear it every
before,
fucking day.
you know, people would literally camp out of like production houses just to give them their film.
Yeah.
Or a
know?
script.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
it's crazy to be honest. Like, what was that film that got denied? Like a bunch of times until someone finally accepted it, and then it became one of the best.
Parasite?
grossing- Like, was it that? I don't remember. It's like a classic movie, but it got rejected bare times, and then someone finally took it. Like, was it like Star Wars? Maybe
No, I don't think it was Star Wars. I think
it was something like that. Like it got
Yeah.
rejected bare times, and then someone finally took it, and it became one of the best grossing movies of it, like time.
It just makes you. It just kind of shows you like, yo, Hollywood doesn't really know what's really gonna hit all the time.
Yeah. I like Paranormal Activity's testament to that.
What?
I feel like Paranormal Activity's testament to that. Didn't they make that movie with like less than $50K budget?
The first one, right?
Yeah, the very first
Yeah,
one.
because there was
Oh,
only
yeah,
it was just
they-
one location.
one location and like
No, and two
billion
actors.
cameras. Yeah, and like a camera.
They probably got like few cameras, 2 actors,
Mm-hmm.
and the like the
Like,
whole
most of the
whole
cast
team
was- yeah.
plus the actors was probably like no more than 8 people.
Yeah.
It probably
Yeah.
was 8 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to keep the rawness of the footage too, so they didn't even have to like do much to it, to be honest. The most expensive part was probably the animations to get like the duppy effects. Like
And that part was like
Ghost
probably
effects.
$5
Yeah. Just get someone to
Yeah.
dash something quick.
before they even knew what the movie was
yo,
about.
we
Yeah.
need you to move this camera.
Yo, you mind if you just make that like a fuzzy blur in the background of this trash footage real quick? What's it for? This is a movie we're trying to make. Just this ghost movie me and my friends are trying to make.
It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Where's it going? Probably nowhere. Alright. Nigga sold this fucking shitty effect for like $3, and now that movie's fucking.
This guy's probably at home like, damn, that's mine.
What the fuck? I did that.
This guy told me it's not gonna be that big.
Yeah, this movie. I mean, but yo, the thing is, that could actually be a real thing. Like, some people probably just be like, yo, like, the movie is probably not gonna go nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
and it just actually becomes a fucking hit, like a fucking song almost.
That happens
Yeah.
to so many songs.
Yeah,
So
like,
many. Where
well, like
people-
with a movie, I think that's actually pretty.
it's even worse.
That's
to be
even
honest.
worse. But when that happens, that's fucking super ass rare.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some shit. The nigga who made Parasite, he was saying some shit about how, like, I swear he was saying some shit about how, like, you know, a lot of directors and shit probably, like, you know, had doubts about him and X, Y, and Z until I think he met Scorsese. And, like, Scorsese really bigged him up type shit. And, like, from there, he just kept, you know, kept making a lot of, you know, kept going on. And he made the fucking Parasite movie, and now that movie's probably one of the best movies that ever came out that year. It won a
Yeah, won a Grammy. Or no, is it Oscars?
or Oscar, one of them.
Yeah.
I just remember it got like movie of the year or some bullshit like that.
I still haven't watched it yet. I know it's on Crave, but like I still haven't watched it.
It's if you want me to spoil it, it's nothing like crazy. It's kind of just like a
Basically like COVID.
no.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of a different movie. Shit.
Yeah, you're thinking of some next shit.
I'm thinking about the
fucking the pandemic movie.
yeah.
You're fucking.
What's it called?
I know. I don't remember, but it was on Netflix when
The whole time I've been thinking about.
Is it
that.
Bird Box?
No,
Oh, not Bird Box.
It was literally about
It
a
was
pandemic.
literally what we're living in right now.
Like,
Mm.
yo, as soon as they mentioned COVID and like it was becoming a thing on news, that was like one of the biggest movies popping up on Netflix.
Parasite was that Chinese
The
movie,
Korean
right?
movie, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Parasite was just about
They
these
won an
people
award or
like
some shit, and it win like movie of the year or some shit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the
Yeah,
nigga who
yeah,
made that movie, I was saying how he in the early beginning, like early stages of his like career, he kind of was. He a lot of people didn't believe in his work, and until Scorsese kind of just like knew who he was and shit, and would just always like compliment his work and be like, "Yo, like you're that nigga," and then he just kept making movies.
I just am texting him, yo.
I knew. As soon as I said that, I was like, I just pictured it in my head. I was like, Scorsese going up to this fucking Korean guy. You're that nigga, man. You're making those movies.
I feel nice if I was that Korean guy too, yo. I'd be like, damn, this guy's not even black.
No, I would never feel nice. Some
No,
non-black
if I'm Korean, I'm just saying, like, I'll be like, damn.
I don't think he probably knew what the fuck he was even saying. That was the
nigga.
I like it.
Oh yeah, but no, yeah, that's who we were talking about. But Parasite is it's just about this family that's leeching off of people.
So I just thought of the other movie. It was Contagion. Anyways,
That's the movie Contagion.
continue.
I thought it was called like Pandemic or whatever. Parasite was I just kept hearing it. I kept winning all these damn awards and shit. I'm like, yo, what's this movie about? And I had to watch it, and I watched it. I'm like, it's different.
Yeah.
It's not one of it's not like a thriller or nothing. It's kind of just like just one of them well thought out movies. And you're like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
why would you do that? Oh, I get it. Okay, now I get why the title means that. But yeah.
No, I hear that. Next thing that we got here is I don't know if you guys seen it, but apparently there's this whole thing going on now with like a lot of things are doing a lot of BBLs right now.
Oh, you seen that shit too? Where all these girls are coming out
BBL?
Yeah, so
Brazilian
BBLs.
butt lift.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
saw
see
the
the
Lala
video?
one. I saw the Lala one.
I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
I seen the
just-
Lala
There
one
was
for
a
her
before
birthday.
and after. Still.
Whoo!
They posted
Looking
the
good
before
or
and
is it
after.
bad?
Looks looking
it looks
nice,
good,
bro.
But, you know, it's obvious is the word to use.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
Ain't nothing wrong with the hand to what's yours. Quavo said that. And yeah, dude. I one thing I did see that made me laugh a lot was like all these women coming back
From the Dominican.
from DR
Yeah.
in Atlanta, and every one of them is on a wheelchair, and I'm like, yo, that's kind of fucking funny.
Bro, they're all going back to work.
I mean,
You know what I randomly
guess
found
that's
out?
what it is. They opening up.
Just for like guys, you know, aside from that, I heard like Turkey is like the capital for like certain cosmetic surgeries and hair transplants.
Oh yeah?
Hey man, that place far as shit. So a lot of these people go down to the DR.
I'm
'Cause you
saying
know-
Turkey specifically is known for their hair transplants specifically. Someone told me.
Fuck Turkey. They're not doing the BBLs, man.
They probably doing it, but
They're doing it wrong.
you gotta fly for extra 15 hours.
How you gonna have a place that's not known for ass building you ass?
I was just honestly, if I was,
That's
if I
actually
was
facts.
a girl, I'd be going
I would
to
be
Dr.
cheap.
Miami.
Huh?
No,
I
but
would just- I would
it's
just
more
be going-
expensive.
It is
So
more expensive.
yeah, that's what I was
but,
gonna
you
say.
know.
Like, it's more expensive down here.
Have you seen the
Our friend-
complications from the people who go to those like third world places and get the shit done and see that like what can happen later on?
Yeah.
Of course.
The shit like starts like drooping and stuff. It's weird.
Duh, that's just the whole point of why a lot of these people go elsewhere to go do it, because they don't have the money to pay for the security that they're getting.
The
when doing
maintenance
it.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
too.
Because obviously in America, you're probably getting like the best form of treatment from the right person if you find them.
Mhm.
But the right person, somebody somewhere else, probably doesn't have the same resources. So
Yeah.
it's like,
It's like my fucking.
for them, it's kind of like, yo, they're skipping the insurance part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, well, if I don't buy the insurance, I can still get it. I'm gonna go down here.
Yeah, it's almost like getting the warranty. You know, like you can get it there in DR, but like, yo, if something happens, yo, you can't just be like, yo, I'm gonna sue you or go somewhere. Like,
It's like my car.
yeah,
I got it lower because I didn't do something. So yeah,
yeah.
I get it.
But like, it's just funny because like I even met a girl that did it, and she was telling me like basically the whole treatment of like what she has to do. Number one, she couldn't sit properly, so that was like the funny thing
Anymore permanently.
at the time when she did it.
No,
She-
when everybody does it, well, the people who do it,
yeah,
you
because
can't
you
body's
sit on
sore
it, I
and
get it,
everything.
because you gotta make sure you got like a special padded like on every seat you sit on, and then at the same time you can't be sitting
you
all
can't
the
even
time.
be sitting all the time. Yeah,
So you gotta be standing because you gotta let it heal. Because if you're gonna be putting too much pressure on your butt, and then also it's gonna make it look flat because like you're
you
sitting
know,
all
it'd be
the
a
time.
great tool to have at that point. You know the exercise device where you do your leg raises.
Yeah,
Oh, the band?
No. You literally like.
that the machine you sit down, you do your leg.
No, you
raise.
don't even sit on it. You fucking stand up and you're doing the leg raises where you let the bottom torso of your body just kick up every time. So when you're doing like abs or doing pull downs.
Oh, when you're like using your legs and pushing.
No, nigga, you literally
What?
you never did push downs or nothing.
You mean dips?
Oh shit, yeah, dip.
Oh, that's what I was like.
no,
what?
but
It's like basically like you're on the dip machine and like you let your arms set, and then as you
Anyways.
say you let your legs come up. But go on.
they aren't push downs.
No,
Anyways, but yeah, dips. Damn, I've been out of the gym for a minute. Dips. The dips machine would be a perfect thing for that. Because you just turn around and you just stand on it, and you just rest your back, if anything.
yeah, you just be hanging.
Yeah, you're not really sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that's a great machine for if women get BBLs.
You just gotta hope that your upper body got that strength to hold you up.
Nah, I mean, you would have the footing to rest your feet, but then I'm saying I mean, when I used to go to the gym and I was lazy as fuck, I'd just rest against it and just stand there. And then, like, you had no other choice but to stand or like, swing from it because, like, there was no seat.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought about how that possibly would be a cool alternative,
Yeah, a little something for them.
you know?
Yeah, it's a little so. Oh shoot, the game got
Because
close.
I would hate to be standing for a minute, like, all day, and then I can't even lean on this wall properly. Because yo, come on, leaning on a wall is not all that comfortable.
No, it's not.
So,
But yo, that's what you got to do when you want that BBL. That's what you got to
you
do.
gotta sacrifice.
You got to sacrifice your leg pain and everything, or wherever else you got the fat taken out of.
Not worth it, man.
Oh,
Well, remember, for us, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
no, you'd be surprised. Niggas be doing that.
Because,
shit.
yo, if you can take out the fat, I'd rather you just take out the
Niggas
fat.
Oh,
do
for
BBL.
muscles. Yeah. I heard about
don't-
that.
Implant
don't
six
sleep.
packs and stuff like
Niggas
that.
do that shit for niggas do that shit.
I wouldn't even want to get implanted like six packs or anything because I feel like that's like now you got to maintain that. I feel like if I were to just do anything, I'd
even
rather
with
just.
BBL. I mean, like,
Can't
if
maintain
Tink,
a BB. I mean, I guess.
what do you mean? If I think could get what she could go back to getting like chunky again, and now it's like, oh, now you're like, you just got a super fat ass, like,
Yeah.
like,
She be waddling, bro.
yo,
Bro, I remember I seen this thing in Toronto. Her friend had to pull her out the whip out the taxi because her bum was too big. Bro, and I seen that, I was like, nah, this can't be real.
yo, like, you gotta think. That makes me think, like, yo, when some of them get older, like, they gotta
can't
do a
walk. They
little.
have back problems usually. That's what I heard.
Look at this guy doing his research.
That's just what I heard.
This guy's a BBL enthusiast, huh? But nah, I was gonna say, like,
Also,
a lot of
follow
people.
Dr. Miami enough, you learn a lot.
This
so.
guy follows Dr. Miami.
Of course.
You follow Dr. Toronto too?
Nah, I don't even know who that is.
Say that for after the pod.
That's you, eh?
No, I know a guy. What were we saying? Yeah, just hitting old age would probably be annoying because I think
You sag naturally.
that's what I'm saying. Like, naturally, like, you know, you it's human nature to be fucking lazy. So you know, as you get older and you're like, man, I'm getting a little bit more exhausted. Let me take a break. You know, your body starts, you know, doing all types of shit. And I would
We
assume.
also lose like the tightness of our skin. That's the other thing. Like I forgot what it is, but there's a
I
certain.
mean,
there's a certain thing that like breaks down.
That's normal.
It's
That's
normal,
light.
yeah. But I'm saying if you have a Brazilian butt lift
No,
and that
no,
happened, then
not
you
all the
have it
time.
drooping.
No, not all the time. Because sometimes that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, you do touch ups probably very often.
Well, not
even-
the
not
not the
even just
people
that.
not the people that go to DR. I'm pretty sure they do no touch ups.
Yo, all I'm saying is it's not like your ass's shit was just gonna be like it comes out like super tight when you leave the surgery. It's supposed to look natural. It doesn't look like a fucking balloon.
I guess
So
it
it's already
depends on who and
because it's not even. I
That's
swear it's
what I'm
also
saying.
not even some fake shit that goes into their butt.
No,
like-
it's just fat from other places.
So
in
that's
your
what I
body.
mean. It's gonna
Yeah.
look normal to begin with, one. But I'm just saying, as you get older, like the whole thing was just you getting lazy and then having to kind of keep up with all that. Because I'm pretty sure that shit weighs on some women,
Yeah,
especially if they.
because their bodies can't handle it most of
that's
the
what I'm
time.
saying. Back pain. That's why people get like breast reduction and stuff.
Hence why I was saying that it would probably suck being older and having to do the maintenance.
Well, we'll find out in the next 20 years or
people
so.
are already doing it, and you could actually see like the problems with it already. Like there's already like videos on the internet of it.
I don't like how you you already studied this. Nah,
I just like to know
this
stuff,
nigga looks up the pros and cons. What are the pros?
Pros that gets you a baller,
no
yeah.
pros.
There's no pros. Of course, you figured
It's
out
just
all
a
the
physical
cons.
thing. It's like why people get like nose jobs or lip injection or fillers and all that shit, right? It's just to feel good. It's like white girls wear makeup. Like, I know some people it helps them feel more secure and confident.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's how most women feel with makeup, though.
Yeah.
To make them feel more confident, make them feel better about how they look and stuff like that. That's what all these enhancements are for.
A lie, shave our beard, and we're all different. And this is our makeup or beard.
A lie?
No, some niggas be doing hair transplants. And I get beard transplants. Niggas be doing ab transplants.
Transplant anything now, bro. We're in the future.
Anybody could. You didn't see about the fucking that Russian nigga who said, "Yo, I'm gonna be a Korean nigga."
No.
What? That sounds fucked up.
Okay, it is kind of fucked, but there is this yeah.
I'm Korean now.
Nah, so there's this Russian guy, and he basically got surgery to look like a K-pop artist.
Yo.
But the thing,
That's awesome. I low-key heard
This guy
Korea's
fuck-
famous for that shit, but yeah.
huh?
I low-key heard Korea's famous for like the pop stars, like the K-pop
Yeah,
artists.
K-pop
it's
is like
major,
a,
bro.
They're
That's-
famous for the plastic surgery. Like they're known for that shit.
well.
I
Needless
didn't
to
know
say,
that.
all I'm saying is, some white guy said, "Yo, I want to look Korean too," and then he fucked up by saying, "I identify as they them Korean."
They them
I was like, Korean is not a
What?
fucking.
A
It's not an identity.
Yeah, like,
Yo, this guy's bugging, bro.
Yo,
fucking-
this nigga said, "Nah, I'm not even Russian anymore, bro. Like, actually wipe that shit off. I'm Korean now. they them Korean."
That guy's different, bro. What's the what was the backlash for him?
I mean,
Back,
no
man.
one's gonna fuck with that. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, one, like, well, you can't be another like
Another
ethnicity.
race.
Nigga said, "Yo, I'm Asian now, man."
Yo, that guy's living his best life, yo.
I heard
Like,
people bleach their skin
oh yeah, that was a thing,
to look
Bro.
lighter.
huh?
Like to look lighter.
Yeah, that's because the systemic racism. You know what I
that shit's
mean?
still in India too, sadly. But yeah.
Yeah, Jamaica was known for that. World Boss Vibes Cartel love bleaching up his
Well,
skin,
I had that
bro.
cake soap. Man made
Yo,
a
there
song
was-
about it and everything.
This guy loved this cake soap, yo. Like he actually had a whole lot of people
That
down
was
there.
Cake soap.
It's a bleach. It's a
Oh.
bleaching soap.
What?
Yo, and they
I
sold
was
like
bathing with that?
Yeah.
damn, that's what people were using to bleach their skin.
That's wild.
It's nuts. People, yo, he had a good chunk of Jamaica bleaching their skin. Like,
I had a cousin that was like bleaching her skin. Then like I was hearing stories about her, and they were saying that like when it was daytime, she couldn't go outside because like she would just get dark again. So she would like, if she does go outside, she's wearing like
Full sleeves.
full sleeves, everything. She's wearing the hat to cover her face,
Like,
sunglasses,
some
everything.
people dedicate to bleaching their skin, bro. It's fucked. Like there'd be like,
Probably regret it now.
you'd
Nah.
be surprised. No, a lot of people had this thing locked in their head that like, you know, like dark skin is bad type shit.
Yeah,
And yo, they don't. Some of them don't regret it. They're like, yo, whatever it costs to be lighter.
hmm
That's what's. It's crazy. You'd have some artists in Jamaica and like obviously people, but like, yo, people are like making songs about why you shouldn't bleach your skin and shit, bro. Like, yo, love your skin, blah blah.
hmm
It's crazy.
Yeah, cause yo, it's a deeper rooted thing. Like, yo, how you not like your skin?
yeah.
And it is kind of fucked because sometimes if you hear some people like, oh shit, I'm getting darker. Like niggas be saying that. You're like, okay. Like, so what? Sometimes I wish I was dark as shit, bro.
I'm dark, bro. I'm a dark chocolate.
Yo, man.
That's the best way to put it, bro. I'm a dark chocolate.
Tell you, man. The darker you are, it's actually so sick. As an advantage. Just at nighttime and shit.
Well, it depends if you're blick,
No, I'm not even trying. Yo, okay, I'm gonna tell you where it got sick one time.
because there's levels to it. Because
No,
there's
I'm
levels to the
I'm
darkness.
gonna tell you how sick being dark got me out of not like, you know, not getting kicked out of a house. So I was at my ex's house one time, and I was supposed to leave, but you know, her parents went to bed early type shit, And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to kick it in the house for a little bit. And yo, we're going upstairs. All the lights are off. And yo, this girl's like, we're on a staircase, and this girl's mom popped out of her room and called her name. And I just stood there like in the dark, like mind, there was no lights on, but it's like her mom seeing her.
Yeah.
But I was in the dark right beside her, like, and I was actually like,
Scuzzy just froze.
I froze up, but yo, her mom's talking to her and only seeing her. And I'm like, yo, she's not seeing me right now. This is so fucked up. I am this dark that she can't see me in the dark. Huh?
Were you wearing black?
Yeah, I was wearing all black and shit, but like that's what made it even more sick.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, yo, she couldn't even see my face. I'm like, all right, let's go.
She probably thought you were just a duppy.
I wasn't there in her eyes, bro. I was not there.
She would probably be going off if she.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. She would have been going off like, yo, what the fuck?
Like what is he doing here this time of day?
Yeah, like it was like 1 or 2 o'clock and I was still there type
you
shit.
end up going to the room still?
Yeah.
Because he dealt with it.
Yeah, of course I went to the room still, but it was just funny because I'm like, holy shit, like I actually almost got booked.
But I'm like, new powers got unlocked that night.
Yo, that night I was like, yo, I think.
What was that day where everyone was supposed to get superpowers or whatever?
Yeah. Me get darker?
This guy got invisibility.
Yo, I can absorb all types of light because of how dark I am. Yo, call me black hole, bro. Or singularity.
This guy actually got powers, not like everyone else, but that's jokes though.
It reminds me of a Family Guy where they all got powers and they're like, yo, what's your powers, Meg? She can just grow her nails.
And she scratched that guy.
I was like, what can you do? That's it? Ow.
Am I bleeding? No, I'm not bleeding, but you know, I feel like I'm good.
I said, oh, am I bleeding?
Yo, sucks for Meg.
So I have one question to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys think about the Tyler album?
I haven't listened to it yet.
No?
No,
I
not
listened
yet.
to the one single with Uzi.
Great song, by the way.
I only saw because of the video. I wish Uzi was in the video, but it was
yeah.
good.
I guess that was the whole creative process for it, you know?
Actually, on DSPs, they're all credited, so.
Yeah, on DSPs are credited. And then
Oh, no, but I just mean like for the video. I think that was just like the whole
I just feel like
thing
he
was
didn't
going
go.
for.
I was going to say, I think he didn't go because of the situation with him and Drama.
Wait, so what's...
Oh, because Drama's on the song.
Drama's on the whole project, so I think...
Oh, on that song, that's where DJ Drama was even talking on that song.
I wouldn't be surprised. DJ
Drama's song.
So DJ Drama...
Like, I know the beef between both of them.
No, I'm saying on the album, Tyler's basically... Drama's on the album as if like he's hosting it as Gangsta Girls.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking in my head the reason, this is just theory, why Uzi didn't really do too much was because Drama's name is attached to it.
Yeah.
Because this is what I would assume. Mm-hmm. If a man who's beefing with that and you have the person who they're beefing with on their whole project, it's like, in my head, I would assume he probably just told Uzi, I'm trying to do this track, and then later on, they did the track, blah, blah, and then come to find out later,
DJ Drama
it's like, yo, Drama's on it, and it's like... So I feel like after Uzi probably found out about that, he's just probably like, nah, I'm not even trying to go any more down with it. Because from as far as I'm concerned, and what's out there, it looks like Uzi's not trying to work with Drama at all.
Yeah.
Like any type of step to get away from him, I feel like he's trying to get away for sure. Like Hundo P. But yeah, that's just a matter of time or whatever. Because Drama got him still.
What do you mean he got him?
He basically has the contract that Uzi has with Drama is like, I don't even know Paul probably knows how to explain it more, but he's in a really trash deal.
It was a trash deal, so I think DJ Drama and Don Cannon?
Yeah, Don Cannon.
They basically founded Uzi. I don't know if you know.
Paul, talk more into the mic.
Uzi used to be like a spitter.
Yeah.
Like he used to spit. Basically, DJ Drama and Don Cannon found him, signed him to like a deal, but basically he was making like next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like Uzi was making next to nothing. Like,
Yeah, this is before he
I
actually
think it
started
really
changing
got
style.
exposed when I think TM88 and it was TM88 that made EXO Tour Life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said something because I don't think TM88 got paid or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Uzi and him had a little beef, and then Uzi started having beef with those guys because they weren't letting him drop music.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they weren't letting him drop music because I guess legally they said in their contract if we don't approve of it, you can't drop.
I heard some. At this point, it's just hearsay, but like from Drama's perspective, they're like, yo, he's free to do anything, but like he's using this as a thing to make them look like the bad guys because he's trying to get out of the deal.
The contracted deal, and that's what most people do. So, like Lil Pump, for example, did you hear what happened with him?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I didn't.
He was so he got signed at 16, got a $5 million advance or some shit like that, and like he was contractually supposed to be on that label for like a couple more projects or whatever. Basically, his lawyers were able to void the contract because when he signed the contract, he wasn't of age.
Yeah, I think I did kind of hear this.
Yeah. So they were able to void the contract, and he walked away with that $5 million advance.
Wow.
Now I guess his masters and royalties. And
Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah, that was a
bro.
big thing. He got lucky with that.
Yeah.
He owns all of his shit. That motherfucker.
It makes it. I guess now it makes it harder for like people that try to sign like artists that are under 18 because it's like they can try finesse with something like that.
No, I mean that's always been a thing, but I think like mans just weren't really
We're just hoping that it wouldn't come up.
Nah, I think it's just more like they just weren't thinking about it. Like, yo, Devin Booker loves to fall after every shot, bro.
Should I get that call?
Yeah, I hear you, but like every time there's there's like a 75% chance this nigga gonna end up on the floor.
Yo, you gotta sell it to the ref. You gotta be like, ref.
No, you gotta make that highlight, bro.
You gotta be
everyone loves when the ball goes in the basket after you fall down.
It's facts. It looks more dramatic.
Yep.
But
you remember that picture that blew up over the internet when he hit that fucking what was it, 3 and he did that?
Oh, in the bubble.
And he looked at the ball while he was laying down. Like I was like, all right,
he's sick.
You've been doing that.
He's a sick light skin.
I'll give him that, bro. I actually see the young Kobe in him.
Yo, he's got the dog in him.
Between him and Tatum, at first I was like, nah, I don't see it in Devin Booker, but I'm kind of seeing it.
He's got a low key stone. But what were we talking about?
We were talking about the Tyler album and how it's good and why the
Uzi beef.
But it's really the Tyler album we were talking about. Tyler album is great.
I'm not surprised though.
He hit another one out the park. This makes me, I can't lie, I was talking shit about it probably a few pods ago. The Flower Boy album, I gotta try it again. I gotta listen again.
I'm telling you, bro.
Because after hearing this one, I was like, yo.
Because Flower Boy is when he kind of made that shift into like what
Flower
he's doing
Boy was
now.
a shift, yeah. And after hearing the Igor,
yeah,
and hearing this, I was kind of like, yeah, I think he definitely is. I was talking to this with my brother. He's in his I do whatever the fuck I want now bag. And now it makes me want to listen to the Flower Boy album again because that was probably just the start of when he was just like, yo, I'm doing my own shit now.
I think that was around the time he really started like really producing his music and not just like going to like, I guess
Other
more,
people.
not even just that, just more of like, you know, like how like sometimes where like we even say here where like sometimes you'd be like, yo, instead of taking a sample and just slapping drums on it and doing like little things to it, actually try and make a record. And I feel like that's what he's really doing now, where he's like literally changing every bit of the song to fit what he's trying to go for, rather than just trying to make a song just to rap on.
Yo, he's I'm telling you, man, he's in my top 5 producer, bro. Like producers. Yeah, think about it. He's Kanye level. I don't care what nobody says. Tyler is Kanye level at producing. He's
good. I will say
he's good.
He is, but he can't produce for other people.
It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, bro.
It doesn't matter. In
Kanye,
fact,
Kanye has produced albums.
No, and that's
I hear
cap.
that.
That's cap. He can produce for other people. Hondo P, he just won't do it. He doesn't have time to. What? He's Tyler the Creator. He doesn't
Kanye
need to.
does.
Huh?
But Kanye has time.
Kanye does it because he has time on his hand. He wants to expand his own shit. But Tyler's at a point now, especially at how young he is.
How old is he anyway?
He's like a year or two older than us.
Yeah.
He's
Damn,
like
bro.
29. No, he's 30 now.
This guy's mad young.
No, I lied. I think he's 29.
Still mad young, bro.
Either
That's
way,
crazy.
exactly. He's still super young.
Yeah.
And right now he's in his bag where he makes music for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, as I said, from Igor until this album too, fam, he knows exactly what he's fucking doing.
'Cause
He knows how to fucking he kind of Sam Smith this fucking album. Like he put people on some weird like tracks,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yo, I didn't expect an NBA and Tyler track. Never seen that coming personally.
Mm-hmm.
And NBA killed that. I can't even lie. He killed his verse. Everybody who was featured on that album, yo, the Wayne was on that album too.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Wayne murked his track. Yeah, Tyler fucked up this whole album. Still, I give it an 8.5.
That's solid. That's a solid album.
Super solid.
Because yo,
album.
Flower Boy is what really made me a Tyler fan. Because like I remember,
What?
That's
Really?
crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Flower
You're
Boy,
a new fan for
Flower
real.
Boy put me on. Because like for the longest while, I would listen to like his singles here and there.
I was listening to him since high school.
And well, that's the thing. In high school, I didn't mess with him just because I was like, bro, this guy's too weird for my liking.
A lot of people
You know?
said that.
And like as time went on, I was like, you know what? Let me give Tyler a chance.
I
Started
kind
listening to his singles, and I'm like, okay. But then his projects, I was like, I still wasn't feeling it.
I also feel like Tyler had a lot of gimmicks back in the day.
Mhm.
Now it's just strictly music.
Yeah,
Yeah, before he kind of just had this persona with
That was
him,
because of like his crew as well.
yeah.
and that's
But that was his
that's-
young days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing where it shows like he's grown as an artist. You know, like he's grown to show like, yo, this is how I started. Me and all my friends were making
I don't
music.
think he's doing that to show that he's young. I think he's doing this to show that he's been doing it.
No,
The
but
reason
like
I say-
what I'm trying to say is just more of like it's phases throughout life also because like as I said, he started really young, and then he's doing a bunch of reckless stuff. He's like like young nigga music. Yo, f this person, f that person, blah blah blah. I'm an angry person. Da, 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 da. I'm having fun. I don't care what you have to say. And da, da. Now it's like, all right. Now I'm trying to solidify myself as a legend in this industry that I'm in.
I don't think it's him trying to solidify anything. I think it's literally him still just doing him. And
No, he's still doing him.
the fucking hold up, the fucking him being a legend shit.
Mhm.
It's just that's like an afterthought. Because at this point now he's all right. I kind of already felt like he was a musical genius
Mhm.
from way back.
Yeah.
Like I literally kind of from high school.
hmm
Like the way how he would.
Crazy.
Hmm?
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't lie. I was terrified of his music. I think one day I slept at your house and the album kept playing like throughout the whole day, and I was like, man,
I
like,
used to bump Tyler like
yo, the
crazy.
album was just always playing, and I
yeah,
can't lie, it was
yeah.
tripping me out at first. But
Yeah.
some of the beats and shit I was listening to, I was like, yo, I was bopping my head.
It was super
And
satanic, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
But
well, maybe-
it was.
That's why a lot of people didn't fuck with
Well,
it.
That's
maybe-
why I didn't mess with it because I was like, nah. Get this devil stuff away
I
from me.
can't lie. What made me interested in it was that, like, after doing Google searches and shit, I'm like, oh, he's doing a lot of fucked up rap from certain perspectives of like really like weird shit that you'd have to look up, and that in itself is pretty creative if you look at it from a creative standpoint. And from then I was like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. And then just watching him as he progressed with Odd Future and everything, I was like, bro, this guy literally makes amazing music, but he trolls at like 100.
Yeah.
Like his troll level,
1,000.
yo, 1,000 if anything, yo. Like his production was, and that's what made me like his music. Cause yo, sometimes like you could hear the bullshit production that he would make, in compared to what the music he's really making. Like the
Yeah.
shit that's a lot more like melodic, a lot more piano, a lot more instrumental ish. Like you're like, yo, there's a lot of production behind this, and the whole kind of like persona behind it kind of makes it seem unserious. Like you're like
Yeah.
it's like a clash of two contrasts. Like it just doesn't seem right.
It's
But if
almost
you-
like the Igor album where
but-
where he wore the blonde wig and he was wear the blue suit and everything, where it looked like, yo, like this guy's just like trolling. But then when you hear it, you're like, yo, this is actually sick.
Yeah, I guess I was just talking about just like music wise, like
Mhm.
in terms of production and everything. You hear the genius behind it, but in between it all, he already been just making music for what the fuck he want to make.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that's just always been him and his crew's like mentality from the jump.
Yeah.
And as time progressed, it's kind of like we obviously see. I don't know if you pay attention to them like crazy, but Odd Future definitely got shorter and everything. And with that becoming shorter, it's kind of like I feel in the music people were expecting him to do so much of his old shit, and it's kind of like if you listen to his Wolf album,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of goes over like how he's kind of just really sick of like giving people kind of what they want type shit.
Yeah.
And, what he was giving people was like just a troll, and I guess people were just
They wanted
for
to
that-
keep doing that.
yeah. So it's kind of like, yo, he's just gonna fuck it. I'm just gonna do what I actually want to make, like, and he's been hitting it ever since, like with the Flower Boy album,
But I guess it all comes down
because he
to
got a
like,
lot of flack for that album,
yeah.
and the Cherry Bomb one too.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry Bomb one I think was actually pretty trash,
Yeah.
but yeah, actually it was the Cherry Bomb album where people were like, bro, you kind of.
You missed with that one.
Yeah, you kind of fell off, and I think the Cherry Bomb album was probably the album where he wanted to like switch shit up,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Flower Boy album was where he was getting
He
his
really
footing,
took off and stuff like that.
and then Igor, and then yeah,
Because, yo, like, as you said, like, some artists can actually take that leap to be like, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to do. And then you have, like, some artists, like, even, like, what's it called? Meg Thee Stallion. How, like, I was even saying to, like, some people where, like, I feel like with her music, she's kind of, like, taking a dip.
Fair.
Because, like, even, like, her project, personally, for me, based on, like, listening to what I listen to old Meg stuff. And I feel like that the difference between how she is like back then compared to now, I feel like she hasn't grown as an artist. I feel like she's still doing the same shit back then. And like to me personally, when I look at the artist, I'm like, yo, like what
I
have
just
you
feel like
done?
because she just found like a pop lane that works for her, and that's the problem. In terms
Yeah.
of Tyler, I feel like the good thing about Tyler is he never let the social standard dictate his music.
Yeah,
He made his own time rather than moving with the times. I will say, in the new song that I heard with the Uzi feature, he was doing a little triplet flow, and I heard some modern sounding flows in the song, but it sounded tasteful,
yeah,
which is like important, I guess, if you're gonna, go from what you were doing originally to what you're doing now. You have to do it tastefully, or else it's gonna sound like shit.
yeah. But like at that point, it's like that's kind of why I was saying like for her, it was like she even said in the song where she was saying that like she's gonna keep shaking her ass because like that's what people are saying that they want her to do.
I mean,
And it's like I hear you.
I don't even think it's like that's what people. I think it's just a hip hop thing.
Yeah, but then it's like at the end of the day, it's like I hear you, but like yo, the music isn't hitting. Like at least if you look at like someone like Cardi shaking her ass is like yo, but Cardi's coming with like the bars, she's coming with the hits.
Yeah,
You look at like even Lotto, shout out to her. Hopefully she listens to the pod. Love that girl. But yeah, so even with someone like Lotto, it's like yo, she's shaking it, but like she's coming up with some bars.
yeah. She can spit. I guess my only question is, out of all three of them, do all of them write their own stuff, or do they have people helping them write their stuff?
I think for them, they
Because that's
do.
also another thing as well. Because I know Tyler's probably writing all of his stuff, and if he has someone, it's for like creative purposes. But
Yeah.
I would not like. I know Cardi B, for example. It's a well-known fact that people make her music for her, and she just reperforms it.
Yeah.
I think she even openly admits it.
Yeah.
She'd be like, so what?
Yeah, she's like, they helped me. Who cares?
Yeah,
Getting paid, like
But basically, Nick, what I was saying is that like you have like artists that grow like Tyler, but then you have like an artist like Meg, where it's like I feel like she's taking a dip, like music wise, because like she hasn't
No.
really like I feel like it hasn't really hit the same.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hold up.
Oh, I thought he got cookie. What were you saying, Nick?
I don't think she's dipped as an artist. I think right now she's in her super commercial bag. Like
That's what I was saying.
Like,
She's just right now. She's just trying to get all the money she can get because she knows pop wise she's relevant as hell, and there's gonna be
Yeah.
a point where
Mm-hmm.
she'll make the shit she wants to make. But I feel like when she gets to that point, people won't want to listen to it.
wait,
That's-
I don't. I don't know about that.
I guess it varies on how good it is and who she has on it because I feel
I
like along the way, a lot of this. See, this is my opinion. I know this is a whole different topic, but I feel like she kind of blackballed herself by having that beef with Tory.
No, what blackball?
Not
no.
blackball. Okay, it's not
She
blackball,
she
but
definitely
she
got-
caused unnecessary like stigma.
No,
issues.
what the fuck? She's in a fucking power position because of this.
Power position?
Of
Why is she in a
what?
Because remember,
power
she's a victim.
She-
Exactly.
allegedly.
Yeah.
But as I said, that's a different
All I'm
topic.
saying is she's a person one that has the wound.
No, I agree. I'm just saying.
And
I'm certain man would be in
needless to-
jail otherwise, but
The case is still going on. On top of this, yeah, the climate that we're in, one, and that situation, like, yo,
I'm just like I feel like Megan's always gonna have that situation over her head, like how Chris Brown has the Rihanna situation.
No, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was
nigga?
gonna say I feel like that more affects Tory than it affects her.
Yeah.
But like I just
It
feel like
does, but
Fam,
I
look
feel
at-
like Tory's
yo,
been
look at
doing
Rihanna
great to
right
get
now.
Past that,
yeah, well I
What?
just think as a person, he's just kind of just been like, yo, I'm off of that, and I'm not even gonna like acknowledge it anymore.
Fam, he has to move
let
off.
me just say how petty. Just give you an example. Did you hear about the Tory Lanez and Dababy situation with Meg?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Meg and Dababy were cool. He made a song with Tory, and they had like a Twitter beef.
Okay.
And she got like her producers, like her boyfriend involved and all this shit. And this is all because he worked with Tory. This is what I'm trying to say, that this is always going to be something that she keeps
But that's
above her head.
no, nah. She's not gonna keep this above her head.
I know it's not going to stop her from dropping music and doing what
'Cause-
she has to do, but you know.
All it is, if I'm being real, it's just making everybody that works with Tory look like, yo, all right, you really don't care about the situation. That's the only thing that, like,
But sometimes some people just want to keep it business.
Yeah,
Yo, but
and
the
that's
thing
kind of
is-
and that's kind of the thing
Okay,
that like I
but-
was even saying is just like, yo, she can't expect other artists to not make music with
Exactly.
her.
yo, but that's
but you know, it's kind of like
all I'm saying is right now, obviously that's not the fucking right shit to do. Like, you're gonna work with somebody, you just try to kill off or shoot another artist. Like,
Allegedly.
I'm just saying, like, if somebody you're working with in some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Say for instance, somebody shoots, some of you fuck with or whatever, you work with or whatever, you know about, shoots me in the foot, and they're like, yo, Dreday, we're still gonna work together, right? Yo, are you gonna expect me to be like fine with it?
Nah.
Yo, so that's my
But-
whole point.
but-
and needless to
but
say,
then at the same
these
time-
niggas, this is a whole crazy ass situation. Like, yo, women are in this position now where they're like they've been in a position where like niggas could just do that type of shit and it's nothing, yo.
Mm-hmm.
She's clearly in a power position where she's somebody. I think somebody came through. She's definitely in a power position where she can be the voice of helping alter that narrative where niggas can't just get away with certain shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
The baby and them working together and all that shit is definitely going against obviously
popping.
the shit that she's preaching for and everything, but you know what I mean? Like, this is not like, it's not hurting her situation at all. If anything, anybody working with Tory is kind of putting themselves in a worse position because now it's kind of like, oh, you have to go, you have to do this shit like in secret. One, until it comes out, and then two, have to deal with what everybody else's opinions are on this whole situation, whether it's right or wrong, who was guilty, who's not. You're gonna have to fucking deal with that repercussion, and that's where it does more harm working with Tory than it does working with Meg.
I just think that like for that like Meg like one, I just think that Meg can't control like what other people are gonna do, and I think her going on Twitter should have just been something that like it's just avoidable because I feel like for that it's just kind of it just kind of makes it look like where it's like yo you're trying to control everyone around you. You can't control everyone around you on what they're gonna do, what they're gonna do and stuff like that. You had a situation with this person, cool, that happened, but at the same time I feel like right now what she's doing is that I feel like she's kind of holding on to it so much where like if like an artist that
got shot,
she got shot at. But what I'm saying is
what
is that
oh my God.
I feel like that she's trying to draw this whole thing where she wants to say that like yo, if you do something with me, you can't do nothing with that person.
Yeah.
But like
The
I feel
whole
like in this
point is-
industry
no,
is that
the whole-
it's just that these people like her
I
and the
don't think she's
baby.
on that wave. I think it's because she and
is
the
on that
baby
wave.
worked together already. That was the whole problem. I don't
Yeah,
think
but that's what I'm trying to say is that
That's
you
the same
can't is that
shit.
you can't control
Fam.
what everyone else is gonna do just because you work with them.
never said nay. She's going at it because they both started off so early together, and I guaranteed it wasn't on some. Oh yeah, we're just gonna do a track and call it done. I'm pretty sure they based some type of friendship off of this, and now she's saying, from what I heard, from time that. Sorry, let me read that right. I heard that Tory and the baby already had this track from time, and she was trying to like. She was basically saying like. So when this whole shooting shit happened or whatever, and Tory was planning on dropping it, she's like, "Nah, you're not gonna fucking drop that song, whatever." And this is just because the baby was on it, and I guess she thought she and the baby are cool like that. So I guess she tried to stop it or whatever, and clearly it didn't get stopped. It still got approved or whatever.
Well, that's my whole thing. It's like, why are you gonna stop? Like, what's the point of you stopping the track?
Because she literally just said because it's like her friend is on, like it's like her friend is on that track.
Yeah, but then at the same time, he made that decision to give it the green light.
No, it's not on the artist to give the green light on whether or not the fucking album or song comes out. If anything, it's people above that green light that type of shit. You can't an artist can't just green light their own shit once they're in that type of market.
No, but like if it's at the same time,
the track was already done.
But at the same time, Tory's independent. That's one. So he has no one where he has to like look at to be like, oh, can I drop this track?
I hear you.
But then at the same time, for like someone like the baby, I feel like for him, if he really felt that as his like quote unquote, I'm gonna say quote unquote friend, he would fight and be like, nah, I'm not dropping this, and I'm not gonna support it. But then to him, he's like, yo, this is a banger, this is a hit. I'm not choosing any sides for this situation. I'm just gonna roll with the song.
On top of that too,
and they made a video.
On top, like I hear you on that, but there's also the fact that like the song was made well before, and who knows what the decision was on the baby's part to be like, yo, because as far as I'm concerned, it could have also went as this whole shit went off. Tory's trying to look for any type of way to still get out of it in terms of like optic wise. So yo, let me put it out that all these artists still fuck with me, blah blah. Yo, the baby, I'm dropping this track. I know the situation, blah blah. But are you okay if I drop this track? He probably says yes. Whatever. It goes over to whoever the baby's managers or whoever have to go through, because even they gotta kind of greenlight this shit too
to see if it's a good business move.
Exactly. And if it is, then it all lines up or whatever. But it's just like fuck, I kind of brain farted on this. I'm cheese now. Basically what I'm trying to say is everything happened well before the incident, and if anything, the decision was made after everything kind of just settled down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, because no cap, the way how Tory's moving, it does look like he didn't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
So for anybody else who doesn't really care about the situation
Man's
or
out here
whatever,
living his best life.
they're looking at it like, all right, well, yeah, nothing did happen, so maybe you actually didn't do it. And as time passed, it's kind of like, yo, she probably just thought that like all these people who aren't working with them probably do agree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, it is fucked up. You're not working with Tory, blah blah. But clearly that isn't the situation.
Yeah.
But
Ain't
I
no
guess
loyalty in the industry, bro.
what my main thing is though is I don't think she's not dying as an artist. Popular like in terms of trend. I think right now she's just in her popular bag right now. Like man lost his shoe. She's just in her popular bag right now. And if anything, she's probably gonna turn it around the same way Nicki Minaj did when she was in her pop bag.
I hope so. I actually do hope so because I like Meg's music. Her new music, I'm not really feeling, and maybe just because it's not for me, like that thought shit song's not for me. But
like obviously, but you know, that's like an industry move.
yeah,
That's like when fucking Nicki Minaj made the Starship song.
mm-hmm.
Like the EDM wave was going crazy those times. Like if Meg came out those times, she definitely would have dropped the EDM track too.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, everyone's still doing their twerking shit, and it's not dying.
Well, it's not the fact of that. It's just more of like, as I said, like I was listening to Meg from earlier in the day, so that's kind of why, like, when I'm hearing some of this stuff, I'm just like, this is not it.
You know
of
what
course,
I mean? I'm just saying it's
because I'm not expecting the same stuff from
she's
back
in her
then,
mainstream
but I'm
bag.
just expecting just like growth as an artist, and I just feel like she hasn't grown as an artist.
Situation with Tory and everything
It derailed her.
gave her more like listeners in terms of like support,
Mm-hmm.
and then Phoenix won, bro.
3-1.
Damn,
Chris Paul might be going to the finals for the first time.
that's crazy, bro. He deserves it. Yeah, that situation definitely locked her some loyal fans now because it's kind of like those loyal like it's kind of weird, but almost in a way, it's like fans of the music picking a side, kind of like locked themselves in as like a fan. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, like anything she does is probably gonna get some form of support,
Mm-hmm.
and not just because of the situation. Well, not just because of like her music, but also because of the situation. And like she's gonna get a lot more support because people want to see her win.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, yo, that was a shit situation, blah blah. And yo, you deserve all types of
Good stuff.
like positive shit in your life because it's just gonna the support is just already there. So I think if anything like this is like a perfect business wise. This is a perfect time to maximize.
Oh,
on
100%.
how much you can get out of everyone that's showing you support now. But yeah, I think after this is all kind of just, and I mean in terms like of her music wave of like doing this type of mainstream music.
Yeah, because like
once this wave kind of dies down, I feel she'll get back to her Houston ways.
I hope so. I really do hope so. And when she does, I'll still give it a listen.
Cause like Cardi B is in a position where she's kind of in that same position, but like
Cardi B's doing
I feel like she's trying to stay there because like she never really came up on some like on some like different type of like she came out the gate doing like that type of music.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she's in a position where like she's maximized the type of artist she can be in that position. Like her trying to do like a rap track now would be like, huh?
No, but she has some like even like when she was on the Khaled track, she was still rapping.
I never said nay. I'm saying in terms of like
a whole project.
What she's doing mainstream wise on music and shit. Of course, she's gonna have like a 1-2 rap track, but her bread and butter is being that type of artist that I guess Meg is, and it's like she does it really well and it sells.
Yeah, she
But
does
she
it.
was so,
But it also took her the time to when she got there. But I feel like for the Meg, not Meg, the Cardi wave, Cardi's wave, I feel like it's just different just because of like the fact that she was with the Migos at that time too. You know what I mean? And I feel like that kind of.
what I'm trying to say is that like her music style hasn't changed since she started,
Mhm.
and it's not like she's gonna like after a while she's gonna like change up and be like, yo, she's gonna make more serious or more like hip hop ish rap tracks. She's doing like I want to say hip hop tracks. Whereas Meg, she probably had like a more authentic style
Mhm.
before she started doing this like mainstream shit.
Mhm.
And I'm saying with Meg, it's like I guess clearly nobody really, well, not really, but OG fans don't really fuck with like,
The new
the
stuff.
new stuff. So
Like, don't get me wrong, her new album, like her first album that she dropped, had like a 1-2 tracks I still bump, but as I said, it's just like it's just not hitting the same like her first one of her mixtapes she dropped. I'm blanking out for the name of it, but if you're a Meg fan, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we just hit like the 2 hour mark. So any last things you want to say before we wrap it up?
Tory Lanez didn't shoot Meg the Stallion.
he did shoot her.
For me, it's allegedly. Until more,
Allegedly.
He definitely did that shit.
until more information
that
is given.
nigga blamed the Illuminati. He definitely did that shit.
I'm waiting for more information before I start casting
Okay,
my
let me say.
stones.
I will say that he didn't intentionally shoot her if is the case.
Of course not. He would have hit her if he
Exactly.
But he did.
Well, we don't know that yet.
All right.
Sometimes things happen by accident.
I said the Illuminati did it, bro. The Illuminati's out to get him, bro. Come on. If that's not a sign of a nigga who did it, then
Yo,
I don't
Dirk's,
know what is.
yo, man, Dirk's souls, bro. They're coming for his soul. All right, yo, thanks for listening to episode 29 of the Mans Are Mossing podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts,
YouTube, bro.
Spotify, any other podcasts and stuff. I don't remember all of that. I remember Castbox, but there's a bunch of other ones out there. If you guys search up Splash Network, or if you guys search up Mans Are Mossing, you'll find it there. And make sure you guys keep rating us, make sure you keep liking us, and make sure you keep tuning in every week. Tune in to next week when we hit our dirty 30s. Peace.